Does not relate to the crime.
The police in Oyo State have arrested 21 suspects who are the alleged masterminds of the attack last weekend on the state government secretariat in Agodi by a group of Yoruba Nation separatists. Commissioner of Police in Oyo State, Amzat Adebola, at a briefing in Ibadan, urged parents to prevail on their words against being used as agents of instability. Our correspondent, Olutayo Famous Cole, has more.
These are the arrested 21 suspects, named as those behind Saturday's invasion by Yoruba Nation separatists of the Oyo State seat of power, housing the governor's office and the State House of Assembly. Armed and clothed in military camouflage, these agitators allegedly hoisted their flag, Yoruba Nation flag, in place of the Nigerian flag at the said location, an action that has sent shockwaves across the nation.
On Saturday 13th April 2024 at about 0855 hours, information was received that some men dressed in military-like camouflage, armed with pump-action semi-automatic rifles riding on motorcycles, were sighted moving from Olomi area into the main city of Ibadan. At about 0915 hours, the hoodlums, later known as Yoruba Nation Agitation Group, were trailed to the state secretariat, spreading from the flyover in the front of the secretariat to within the premises of the governor's office, and hoisted their flag at the House of Assembly, proclaiming the creation of a democratic republic of the Yoruba.
The police describes last Saturday's invasion as a security breach while urging parents and guardians to warn their wards against being used by unpatriotic individuals to promote anarchy in the land.
While declaring this act as criminal, unpatriotic, and a clear case of treasonable felony and terrorism, to be met with adequate sanctions through purposeful prosecutions, the command reassures the good people of Oyo State that it remains solidly unwavering to the protection of their lives and property as constitutionally required by the laws of the land.
A summary of recorded arms from the suspects include one English pump action, 2 locally made barrel guns, 2 security jackets, generating sets and gas cylinders, among other items. Some of the suspects spoke with Arise News on the allegations.
Come again.
Can you give us some warnings?
Oh, that's the leader. Sir, the world leader. On that Saturday, what do you people went there for? Is it a declaration?
To celebrate, to rejoice, to celebrate a new nation that was born.
But you went there with armed.
Please do not rope, do not say what we did not do. We did not go with any ammunition, we did not go with any weapon. Please, I stand to be corrected. We did not go there. All this uniform you see me wearing, they just gave it to me here now. They just gave it to me here now. The police just gave it to me now, by force, by force. It was not my own.
We saw some videos on that day. Some of you wore this thing.
Some of us. Did you see me there?
I wouldn't know because I wasn't there.
No. I was not part of the people that wear the uniform.
Where were you arrested?
In the front of the secretariat, the state secretariat. Oyo State.
Okay, sir, please, you said
I'll just take it one after the other place.
Made us to go there was what they tell us.
I'm now being joined by Professor Banji Akintoye, academic, historian, writer.
All right, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Before I will move on, I just wanted you guys to see this guy here. This guy, a very smart guy. You know, he denied everything, forgetting that a video showcased him on that primary circulated video. That was sometime last week. You know, the guy is saying that even the uniform that he's wearing right now in the lie on top of police head, they all force me to wear it. Even your own colleague call the look I say, my guy, how far? And I saw you they lie. When I don't see when the other half of your colleague they look up, let's watch that party.
What's your expression? Yeah, now. They just please do not rope, do not say what we did not do. We did not go with any ammunition, we did not go with any weapon. Please, I stand to be corrected. We did not go there. All this uniform you see me wearing, they just gave it to me here now. They just gave it to me here now. The police just gave it to me now, by force, by force. It was not my own.
We saw some videos on that day. Some of you wore this thing.
Some of us. Did you see me there?
I wouldn't know because I wasn't there.
No. I was not part of it.
Did you see me there? What do you mean some of us? Did you see me there? Okay, voila, what a country. My people, I agree to now. If you see the way that guy they talk, you already know that there are top people behind them, that will protect them, that will, guide them and make sure that nothing will happen to them. That's it. Good. Thank you very much.
You are arrested
in the front of the secretariat, the state secretariat.
What's your expression? Okay, sir, please, you said
I'll just take it one after the other place.
Made us to go there was what they tell us.
I'm now being joined by Professor Banji Akintoye, academic, historian, writer, leader of Ilana Omo Oodua, leader of the Yoruba Self-Determination Movement, which pushes for an independent, self-governing nation for Nigerians of Yoruba extraction. Good to have you, sir, on This Day Live, the Sunday Talk Show. Thank you for joining us. Do you have any expectation that President Tinubu will sit down and negotiate for the Yorubas to leave Nigeria when he is himself a Yoruba man?
That is the business of the president. He will do what he thinks is good for the country. We will do what we think is good for our own nation from Nigeria. And nobody is disputing the fact that we Yoruba are being destroyed in Nigeria. Last night, only this last night, crowds of young people called me from somewhere in Oyo State that Fulani people had invaded their village and had scattered the whole place. We cannot continue to live like that. If anybody thinks that a people like the Yoruba people will continue to live like that, you are deceiving yourself. You may pander to the constitution. You may pander to the authorities of the land. But you cannot twist the truth out of existence. That's the thing. You cannot say you do not know that the Yoruba people are under pressure in Nigeria. You cannot say that Yoruba people are not being killed and killed in Nigeria. You cannot say that that a group of young men did an estimation of how many Yoruba people have been killed. They think it's up to about 29,000. You cannot put that way. So why are some people behaving as if you're pandering to the government and pandering to the government, to the authorities? Negates the rights of other people. It doesn't. Well, no matter how much you pander, you can't tell me, is President Tinubu going to sit with us and so on? It's his duty to sit with us. That's his duty. Well, the law says so. Well, we write a letter to the president. It is his duty to answer us. And he can say no, what you are asking for, I won't grant it. But he has no right to say, he has no duty to tell us, I will not answer your letter.
But sir,
he has a duty to answer our letter.
You raised these same issues under the Buhari administration. President Buhari did not just ignore. Yes. He went after Sunday Igboho and he showed that his government would not allow any kind of challenge from anybody, whether Yoruba or Igbo. Why would President Tinubu listen to you, even when you said you were not interested in the election?
Yeah, the president can say that as much as they like, but the president cannot unilaterally change the law of the land. That's the truth. The president, it is the duty of the president to say, oh, this country, I will preserve its unity. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But that does not negate the lawful right of the people of Yoruba land or whatever part of Nigeria to seek for their self-determination.
But, Prof, there seems to be some confusion
among the Yoruba elites. We don't quarrel with the president for saying nobody should want to break up Nigeria. So it's fine. That's what the president is supposed to be saying. But we who know what is happening to our people, who think that the answer is to get out of Nigeria, we have a right to put it to the president and to put it to the world. That's all.
But there seems to be some confusion in Yoruba land. I see that maybe perhaps generality of the people do not feel as passionate about self-determination. And secondly, there is all kinds of positions. Afenifere is talking about restructuring. You are talking about self-determination.
You don't know this. You don't know the nature of the Yoruba society. You don't. Most of the young people, and they are the majority in Yoruba land, want the self-determination of their Yoruba nation. That's the truth of the matter. That's what is keeping the movement going. And they are also doing so in the diaspora. Yoruba young men and women all over the world want their own country, separate from Nigeria. You cannot deny that. No matter how much you want to pander to the government, you cannot deny that. But that's the truth.
But anyway,
the important thing, however, and I'm surprised that you are not talking about that, is that the Yoruba people who are fighting for self-determination are telling the world and telling themselves that they will do it only peacefully. We are Yoruba. We know our status in the world. We know our status in the black world. We do not want to destroy the peace of Nigeria, and we do not want to bring difficulty into the lives of any other group in Nigeria. But we want to get out of Nigeria. That's it.
Well, Prof, you are a strong member.
And you're not talking about that. You are asking me questions. You are asking me questions as if what Onitiri did has the support of the majority of Yoruba people who want self-determination. It is not true.
Well, Prof,
she has a small minority of a section that is ready to do illegalities. A year ago, they went and attacked a radio station in Ibadan, and so on. Now this year, they are attacking the entire government of Ibadan, and so on. No, but we have never sent anybody to go and do that, and we do not support it or encourage it. Prof, and we think it is criminal.
Prof,
and so if they get punished for their criminality, we have no objection to that.
Prof, you are a strong member.
You cannot, because of them, generalize opposition to self-determination. You cannot.
Well, Prof, you are a strong member of the Unity Party of Nigeria, also a very strong member of Afenifere. Afenifere is talking about restructuring. You are now talking about self-determination. What is the difference, in these two ideological positions?
Our fathers in Afenifere are doing the right thing, talking about restructuring, so that we can go back and live our own life the way we used to live it prosperously. They're doing the right thing. There is nothing wrong with that. But we, another group of people, larger in number than they, are now saying, no, self-determination is the answer, not restructuring. Why? Because when you restructure, you are still in Nigeria. The people who are coming and disrupting your life and destroying your farms and killing your women and raping your mothers and daughters and so on are still Nigerians. They still have a right to come to Nigeria. The only final solution to that is to separate so that you have a separate Yoruba country where we can make our own laws and so on, where to which we admit only people we want to admit. So nobody can claim that they have a right to come to our land. They don't have such a. But as long as we are in Nigeria, no matter what restructuring is done, they still have the right to come to our land and do the things that we are doing. Nobody is talking about the fact that most Yoruba farmers have been driven from their farms. I am not hearing that. I'm hearing only about government. I'm not hearing about people. You are not talking about the fact that most Yoruba farmers have been driven from their farms and that the Yoruba nation is in danger of famine upon famine upon famine for years and years to come. You are not talking of the fact that the Fulani declared war on Nigeria on the 24th of January and 26th of January and said that Tinubu is not our president. We are going to Aso Rock. We will take over the seat of government there, and we will use this place to organize the conquest of the rest of Nigeria. You're not talking about that. You are not talking of people who said, no Fulani man must be arrested for the bomb in Ibadan. If you do, you will have bombs in every town in Yoruba, in Nigeria. Nobody is talking about that. Nobody is talking about the sheer insult of living in a country where some people are treating the government like that. You are talking about Onitiri and so on. Why do our...
Well, Prof, let me ask you this. Self-determination that you recommend...
You are entitled to your opinion. You are entitled to your opinion, but what I'm saying is that your opinion rigorously avoids the truth. Rigorously.
But Prof...
avoids the truth.
Nigeria, as Onigo Tite told us in his research on ethnic nationalities in Nigeria, has over 300 ethnic nationalities. Will you recommend self-determination to all the other ethnic nationalities in Nigeria? For all these nationalities to break away?
Those who want it, don't ask me a general question. I'm asking for self-determination for a nation, the Yoruba nation. There are about 60 million people in Nigeria. And their territory is large enough to be a large country. So that's what I'm talking about. Any other nationality in Nigeria that wants self-determination is free to ask for it. I cannot come and ask for self-determination for nations that are not mine. No.
Well, Prof, as we have this, we're having this conversation. You are in Cotonou, Republic of Benin. Not too long ago, after Chief Sunday Igboho returned to Nigeria, one of your spokespersons, Mr. Gani Alagbaka, I think, said that Professor Akintoye will also be coming home very soon. How soon, Prof?
Yes, I'm coming home. It's my prerogative in life to decide how I move. Yeah.
Certainly.
That's my right.
But are you very...
Or would you want, because of your support for Nigeria, also limit my right to move as I like?
But Prof, are you very optimistic that one day this vision of self-determination for the people of Yoruba land will come to pass?
It will come to pass.
Well,
it will come to pass. Nobody can stop it.
Well, on that note, I would like to thank you very much.
And we are not hostile to any government. We were not hostile to Buhari. We were not hostile to Buhari. So why should we be hostile to our own man who is president? He's our boy. It's our son. It's our brother. So we cannot be hostile to him. We were not hostile to Buhari. We sent a message to Buhari. Buhari told his people that election was coming. He didn't have time to answer us. And so they didn't answer us. All right. But elections are not coming now. And we want the president of Nigeria to discuss with us. President Buhari stood up in the United Nations General Assembly in 2016 and 2017 and said, self-determination is the legitimate right, the inalienable right of every nation in the world. He said that. He even said at some point, it is immoral for anybody to forcefully deny self-determination to any people. So people ask him, what about the people, the indigenous people of Biafra who are asking for their nation? He said, if the people who are asking for Biafra would do it peacefully through a peaceful organization, then the Nigerian state will have no other option than to discuss with them, to negotiate with them. Wow. Oh, yeah. People don't know these things, or people refuse to know these things because they want to appear to be supporting the government. Well, this is not a question of supporting we are not. We in this Yoruba self-determination movement, we are not opposed to Nigeria. We are to Nigerian government. We don't oppose our people who are ruling us. No, but we think the time has come when a nation like the Yoruba must take its freedom and create its own kind of country where our people can live the way we used to live under Chief Obafemi Awolowo. That's what our people want. They don't, we don't hate anybody. We are not hostile. Even the Fulani who are coming and killing us, it's very difficult to get Yoruba people to hate them. You cannot preach hatred of another nation to Yoruba people. You cannot. It doesn't happen. It is not in their blood. So they don't hate the Fulani, they don't hate the Igbo, they don't hate outside, they don't hate anybody. They just want to get out and go and live their own life the way they know how to live it. That's all.
Well, on that note, I would like to thank you.
Wow, that one, Kai, that video, Jesus, I like this. To be honest, I really like this. At least I'm hearing in fact, I'm getting some fresh air from a different background, not the Biafra. When they talk, you stone them. When they talk, you want beat them. When they talk, someone else is asking for the same thing that the Biafrans are asking for right now. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. If the sentiment will be practiced on this. I like this. Edo people, how far? When I want to start to now? Delta. Everybody. Because Nigeria is not working. Let's say it how it is. It's not working. Nothing is working in Nigeria at all. The country is dilapidating every day. It's so disheartening. Seeing that this satanic set of people are enriching themselves and their immediate and extended family, while Nigerians, the commoners, are suffering. Let them divide the country. Yeah, if they want to. I bet me not forget that no, I'm not going to divide and leave us for inside Nigeria. Even though I want Nigeria to work. But now I'm seeing the Yoruba people now saying, the Yoruba nation, we need the Tinubu. And 3 times I call you Oga President. You must listen to the Biafra people and listen to the Yoruba nation. Edo people, wait till be our own. I don't know the name. Mona quickly talk about the Adam Jonah. Mona not going to say, I don't talk our own. Wait till they call our own. Mr. Alex, come and tell me our own. My people, I appreciate every one of you. God bless you all. To be honest, we have to say it how it is. Nigeria is not working. It's not working. This forceful hope, it might look like we might get old and still be hopeful that Nigeria will be better. It's not working. It's not working. What is all this? Anyway, I'm posting out a link for those of you that want to join us. Please come into the panel as I take these articles quickly. Thank you very much. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. I appreciate you all. Let me take these articles quickly, then we can move on. I'll take this. I'll start from here. As you can see there, SCCPC shot Chinese supermarket over claims of discrimination against Nigerians. These have been going on for long. I remember I reported the same thing in Edo State about 3 years ago, where the Chinese company in Edo State were maltreating our fellow Edo-lite Nigerians that were working with them, to the extent that some of them lost their arms, they lost their legs with their machines and all that. We reported it here. The Edo State government did not do anything about it. So it's time government have to do something, but these people don't allow us to do what they are doing to us in our own country. So I thought I should bring this in. I'm not going to read more. This Channels Television reported this. In case you want to read more, you can just go to Channels Television and take that yourself. Let me bring this one to your screen quickly. Thank you very much. I can see some of you on the backstage. I'll accept you in shortly. This one shocked me. Nigeria's Chief Justice Ariwala approves nomination of Eberishi, wife of his ally Nyesewike, and 21 others as new appeal court judges. So, hey God, not the way person how they see. I'll just leave that one right there as well. In case you want to read, go right there to Sarah Reporter. Okay, let me bring this one in from Vanguard. This one is our principal, Mr. Peter Gregory Obi. Let's quickly take this here. According to Mr. Peter Obi, he's saying it may never be completed in the next 30 years. Peter Obi tackles federal government Lagos-Calabar projects. Remember, we discussed this sometime last week or 2 weeks ago. I can't remember that project might even probably stay forever. They'll never complete it. It might be a path to siphon more money. Who knows? The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, has tackled the federal government over the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway project. I'll just leave it right there. In case you guys want to read more, please go to Vanguard. I'd like us to quickly take this. I can see you all on the back stage, Mr. Jonathan, Mr. Alex, Madam Ife, and all that. Please bear with us. I'll accept you guys shortly. Arresting corrupt politicians more beneficial than Naira abusers. Expert Unebu to Nigerian government. For me, I support this. Even though all is a crime, but I support this. Arrest Nigerian corrupt politicians. Put them in a museum. Disgrace them. Expose them. But you guys are not doing this. So what are we talking about? Let's move on. Thank you very much, my people. I'd like us to quickly take another one. I just want to quickly take them. We already crossed 1 hour. Let me put this on your screen. As you can see that one right there, that is the same man that we're talking to all earlier on. Igboho, Akintoye, right, Tinubu, demand Yoruba exit from Nigeria with immediate velocity. So let me take another one. I think I have just one more to go. Yay. Then, you see, I rushed today, not be small. Only one left coming from Mr. Jonathan. I said Mr. Jonathan. Jonathan, good luck. State police suitable for Nigeria, but governors can abuse it. Ex-President Jonathan, now he talk this one. Okay. That's it, my people. I appreciate every one of you. God bless you all. Thanks for your time with us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you right there. Thanks for your time. Please press on the like button, help us to share. Press on that dollar sign, encourage. In fact, let's do this. I decided they do this one once a week or so. I can't remember, but I forgot. Let's do this. I want you guys to press on the dollar sign in the next. Let me play this music. At least 10 people press on the dollar sign, please. We have over 600 people watching us right now across. So I don't think it will be a problem with 10 people to press on the dollar sign. Support us. Even though now $1 you press it. Let it be. I want to count 10 heads, 10 people who will do this for us to encourage what we do here. God bless you all. All right, all right, all right, all right. Thank God bless you, my people. I appreciate every one of you right there. Thank you so much for responding to my call as you answered to me, and the same way God Almighty will answer to your call as well in the mighty name of Lord Jesus Christ. I like this. I appreciate this. Encourage us. He always encourages us to do more here. I like you. I appreciate every one of you. Now only 5 people though, if I'm not mistaken. We still have 5 more to go. Now only 5, so maybe the remaining 5 will come in later. I'd like us to move on right now. I appreciate you all, my wonderful people. Thanks for your time with us. So for those of you that want to come in, a link I will post out. I post the link before now, Mr. Alex. Maybe they keep a link now. You'll come out, your network will fail. You ask for a link again. If your network fail 3 million times, Alex, you ask for link 3 million times. Once you grab it, keep it. You know, a link will be reposted again. So click on it to join us here. Let me take calls quickly, you know, and then I'll come to the panel. Thank you, Mr. F.A., for calling in. You are the first person to call in today. Please talk to us, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead. We can hear you.
So this man, when you showcase the video, you start that man, the God bless that man. You understand? The God bless that man because the way it's okay. Now, the real thing really happen for Nigeria. So everybody have to go their separate way. You understand, Baba? Because Nigeria cannot continue like this. Because Nigeria is not working. It's not working at all. You see now, me I will see what the Oga Jagaban will do for this one now. Any small thing, if Biafra talk, they would attack them. If Biafra talk, they could attack them. Me go see her now. So everybody has to come together to define if Nigeria will still be one or no. Because I don't know, say Yoruba people get person like this. I swear to God, when I watch this video just now, I say, wow.
At least make the Biafrans still, make them breathe for now. Make them still breathe.
You understand, Papa? You understand me? So, me, I know, say people like this, they Yoruba land. So, for me, now the right thing, this man, your talk, if I even know myself, I go even send message to him. May God bless, I'll send message to him. May God bless and may continue. Because Nigeria is not working. Nigeria is just, they're everywhere, criminal. And the worst part of it, these people, they know they face the punishment. Can you imagine? So, how can we will not go anywhere like this. Nigeria will not go anywhere. So let everybody all go their separate way. You understand? Except Jagaban, if you want to do the right thing, just call all the whole Nigeria to make agreement if Nigeria will still be one or no. You understand? If not,
Thank you.
With the play.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. F.A. God bless you, my brother. Thank you. Okay, let me take another call quickly. I'm only going to take 4 calls. As your call take come, that's how I'll take come. You know. Thank you, Ogashimize, for calling in. Please quickly talk to us. Thank you very much. Guys, press on the like button. Help us to share. Let our voices go far. Ogashimize, are you there? Oh, okay, Ogashimize. Unfortunately, I can't get you. So let me just go straight to the panel. You know, before another call will come in. I'll take some calls later on. You know, thank you very much, my people. Now God bless every one of you right there. Let me call on okay, Madam Ifi is the first person on the panel. Madam Ifi, thank you very much for joining us today. It's good to have you on the show. I'd like you to talk to us, man. Good evening to you.
Hi, Elvis. Good evening. I'm actually at work. I just, took my break, and I want to say something quickly. I work from home today, some days anyway. The truth of the matter, I'm sorry, I'm eating. You remember, I think was the last time I was on your show, I said the same thing because when I walked in, you were saying something, divide the country. I just busted out. I said, who is speaking? Is this Elvis? I busted out laughing. See, and remember, I told you that we can never fix Nigeria by hoping. Let's hope. No country has ever fixed, no nation in this world has ever prospered or do so well by hoping. Nigerian government borrowed another 2.24 billion dollars. And my question is this: what are they doing with all this money?
Personal use.
Okay, who is going to pay for all this debt? Who? This is one of the reasons why Nigeria will never work for us. I keep saying it for those of you people who are against it. Divide Nigeria and let everybody go their own way. But they're not going to do it, because when they divide Nigeria, who's going to pay the money? Because the the loans are borrowed under the name Nigeria. So when they divide, you have Yoruba Nation, you have Arewa, you have Biafra. Who's going to pay the money? Who are you going to hold responsible? Nobody. The truth of the matter is that, you see, this country, when I saw the title, Peter Obi 30 years. Peter Obi is talking about 30 years. That construction might never even happen. It might not even if they started, they will never finish it. It took us 14 years to build Asaba, the bridge, Niger Bridge to Asaba to Onitsha. How many years? How many presidents? How many leadership? How many governorship? It took them to complete a bridge that is not even up to 10 miles. Imagine how long it's going to take them to construct this one they're talking about, Lagos-Calabar. We are not telling ourselves the truth. And anybody praying, that's why whenever people are praying for Nigeria, I just shut up. I will never pray for Nigeria. I will never pray for this country called Nigeria, because prayer is not the solution to the problem we have. We know what the problem is. We know what the solution is, but we don't want to do that. So anybody hoping that anything good is ever going to come out of this country, nothing will ever. It's not me, but it's the reality. You can never pray that 1 + 1 will be 3. You cannot live in a country where you have selective justice. I saw what one of the headlines, she said something about appeal courts, judges, putting judges, and Wike's wife is there. Ordinary people like me and you can never smell such seat like that in Nigeria. Ordinary me and you, Elvis. It is only the children of the politicians will be promoted. And what is the essence of going to school in Nigeria? I don't think, honestly speaking, there is no need. Because how can you tell somebody who spent maybe 5 years to go to university, go to law school, and go to get LLB, go to law school, and come out, the person will not even have a job. And somebody who goes to some 4-year university and get a 4-year college, come out, will not have a job. What is the essence of going to school? There is no need. School is useless in Nigeria. It is who you know. Even when you graduate, how much are you being paid? 30,000 naira, 40,000 naira, 100,000 naira. 100,000 naira is just equivalent to, let's say, $100 a month. A month. What is he gonna do for you? And you want me to go spend I went to UNN, studied 4 years. It didn't do anything for me. Even for me to even get a job where I did my youth service, it was even a problem. It was, who knows, because the person is from my place. I was able to do my youth service there. How much was I paid then? 5,000? No. Yeah, 5,000 naira. And we were paid 7,000 naira as a copper, 12,000 naira a month. Left there, came back here to this country and started all over. I know where I am. I don't have to know nobody to get a job in this country. No. Elvis, you know what I'm talking about. You live in you. If you're qualified for a job, you get the job. You apply, you go for an interview. The only lucky you will be is if you know somebody there, they might help you push your file. Oh, I know her. She's a hardworking person, and they will speak on your behalf. But there is no way that will happen for you in Nigeria. It is the children of the politicians. I was listening to somebody on YouTube, and the person said, don't be surprised tomorrow, one of El Rufai's sons will contest for election. I think I've said it here before. And guess what? They will win. And nothing will happen. Nothing whatsoever. Look at our country. We keep borrowing and borrowing and borrowing and borrowing. but we cannot even see anything, the impact of the money we are borrowing. We can't even see the effect, the positive effect in the economy of Nigeria. I said it here on your show the last time where I think they said they're going to use 100 and something million to dig a borehole. Why do we even need a borehole in Nigeria? Why? Why do we even need to mount solar panel in Nigeria? Why? How can you have a good economy when you don't have a security, when you don't have good electricity? How? You're traveling from one place to another, telling people to come and invest in. We invest where? Where? Tell me what part of Nigeria where you can invest. Naira is depreciating. We are the CBN governor told us last week that we are doing well. Naira is appreciating. Dollar is falling. All this, all that. When they came into government, how much was dollar? I think it was an 4 something, and then black market was about 600 to 700. And today it's 1,000. We're gonna clap for you people. If you have the opportunity to japa. I'm a very advocate of anybody who wants to leave Nigeria. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. If you know where you can go and prosper well, I'm not saying that abroad is easy, but you suffer, you see the benefit of what you're suffering. You can get a job without knowing anybody, but it's not so for Nigeria. I have a friend, she's a secondary school teacher, somewhere Onitsha, DMJs. She's not even making up to 60,000 naira. 60,000 naira, and that's about $50 thereabout a month. The only reason why she's surviving is because where they live in there, they're not paying rent. It's owned by her father-in-law. What is 60,000 naira? As I'm talking to you, I can't even give somebody in Nigeria $100 no more. I cannot. I was talking to my friend the other day. I said, I cannot imagine myself giving some. If it's either I give you more than or I don't give you at all. But I can give you $100. Tell me what $100 will do for somebody. Tell me. The heat, you're burning generator. There is no hope for us in that country. For anybody hoping for 2027, that even if Obi becomes president, let me break your heart, nothing is going to happen. They're going to frustrate this man. Because Nigeria is put in a way that the system, that it doesn't favor the masses. It will not work. They will try and do to him what they did to Jonathan. So I'm not even saying that Obi is a Messiah. Obi is not no Messiah. So the best thing for us as a country is to divide Nigeria. Let everybody go your separate ways. You can pray all you want to pray. You can fast all you want to fast. Nothing is going to happen. I can go here 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and come back. Once 6, 7 o'clock, everybody's running to go home just because of insecurity. Let's start telling ourselves the truth. The only thing that can set us free is the truth. If you guys don't go out there to protest and put a stop, look at what Yaya Bello is doing. Are you kidding me? And look at the call Ododo or whatever, the current Kogi governor. Is this not like a movie? Is it not something like you see in a movie? This is like Netflix. Nigeria, we need to have a channel on Netflix just for Nigeria, typically. Because whatever that is happening or what is going on in that country, it's just like, really, this is a movie indeed. I feel so sorry for people that, don't have anybody to support them. I feel so sorry for them. I feel so sorry. But I just want to encourage people that have the opportunity to leave. If you have to leave, leave. There can never be a future. When I say never, 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 never. Pray all you want. Your pastor can tell you to pay your tithes. Your pastor can deceive you all they want to do. They are the only people gaining. Elvis, thank you. I'm on my break. Let me see my patient. But I'll be on though. I'll be listening.
Okay, man. Thank you very much for information.
What you're doing. Keep telling the Nigerians. Keep educating them. Who has here? Let them hear. But we are not heading nowhere. Thank you.
Thank you very much, man. God bless you. Thanks for your submission. All right. I appreciate every one of you right there. Thank you so much, CXL, for the super chat. God bless you, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you, Ijedima. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. Suberry, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you too. And God bless you, my people. Mr. Joseph OG, Peter Ife, Michael Ganamaro, and God will bless you now. Peggy Mondi, Michael Ganamaro once more, and many others. And God will bless every one of you right there. Thank you so much. Let me take this call, then I'll come to Mr. Alice. Mr. Shimizi, thank you, sir, for calling in. Please talk to us. Good evening to you, sir.
Hello, Ibis.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Everybody.
Talk to us.
How are you doing today?
We are fine, oh, we are fine, sir. Thank you.
May God continue to shower His blessing upon you and your family.
Amen.
Alright. The network is kind of crazy for me. The area I am. So
but we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah. I know some of your presentation I didn't hear it, but I have a sensitive question to ask you. A sensitive one indeed. I know you're gonna answer me. Now, there is a question you asked about that the elderly man said, the prof. He spoke very well, you know. You say, where is Edo? Now, I want to ask you something. Edo is a state. Edo, so, if Congress now say Edo cannot make a country, that is Biafra, that is Oduduwa, where do you like to fall in? Where would you follow? Where would you follow? Where would you go? Or rather, where would you go? Elvis?
Go ahead, sir.
Hello, Mr. Are you there? My question. I say it's sensitive. Can you answer that question for me?
I don't know. What question?
Oh my God. I said, Edo, you know, it's a state and it can make a country. Now that's Biafra and that's the Duduwa. Where would you like to go?
I don't know.
Okay, between.
I don't already hear your questions, sir, but for now, I don't know. I don't know. I can't say anything.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, you know, the elderly man, the prof, he's spoken very well. You know, he answered all the whole question about. You know, he answered that question very well. I like the way he answered the question. I would just put that one aside there. You know, one thing, so-called corruption in Nigeria, like the white, what they call him? Is it white horse or white what? What's his name? Is it white horse they call him? He can see. The thing I say about corruption in Nigeria, it can be chasing shadow. When there is a big money, these politicians steal. Chase them. Let people, you're chasing people that spread money. That one is not corruption. Chase people that hitting billions of naira, losing their state. Then you still step back. Now you're telling you want to bring, you know, speaking like, I don't know, army to come out to do what? To be chasing one man? Oh my God. So Nigeria is laughable. Believe me, corruption has eaten Nigeria. I will tell you one story. Corruption is everywhere. Doorstep to doorstep in Nigeria. Every household, there is corruption. Every household, there is corruption in Nigeria. Because I want to tell you this. One guy is a clearing agent. Because of the way Bala Blue keep everything, there's no more work. I don't think work no more. You know what this guy did? He submitted easy because this guy is a university. He went to university and he has a degree. So he put his paper.
Okay, sir. Round up.
So if he can get it.
Round up.
If he can get the job. You know what this man, they're giving him this job, and the person said, pay him that he's going to pay him for 3 months for his
Thank you.
Man, Mr. Lee, it's too bad.
Thank you, sir.
Bad. Thank you,
Thank you, Ogashimize. God bless you, sir. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Guys, let me quickly take this call as well. We have Madam Origin on the phone. Thank you, ma, for joining us. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am. Thank you very much. Good evening to you. Please talk to us, ma'am.
Hello, everyone. Hello, my people, my family, Niger Watch family. Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch, for another day, another wonderful day. Yay! I thank God for Professor Akintoye. He is the real deal for now. Mama Diaspora, God bless you, ma. Thank you so much for being here with us, for your moral support, for your presence, and for giving us a son that is not giving us hiccup or headache. Mr. Daijawaj, thank you so much for your resilience. You know, one of the reasons why I come here is I imagine, I'm like, this young man comes out every day. And to be honest with you, it is, you know, a time will come when we will all look back to today. I put down the day you started. Is it April 22nd or April 14th? This month is the second year you have been consistent with this vision, you know, for good governance and for truth. What attracted me to this platform is the fact that you are very sensitive to life and you stand for truth.
Thank you,
I also thank the whole panelists. You know, one day I was counting, I counted 10, at least 10 men and women of integrity that come out here every day to help you, for us to keep pushing to the light, because the light, truth is light. Anyone that is not in truth is in darkness. And that is why we are behold with this darkness, this thick darkness that has behoved Nigeria. I love when Professor Akintoye just said what I was looking for, a good English for the media, and I don't want to mention names. When he said their opinion is rigorously avoids truth. And when you have a media that rigorously avoids truth, how can the people survive? How can the people see light? Because when you hear lies, you know, all these managed, they quote things and make it look like it's truth. And they are feeding it to Nigerians. Nigerians don't even know what they believe in anymore. And I bring myself to when he talks about self-determination and all things that is going to help save the people. And the question I kept asking when he was talking, because I listened to it, and I keep asking, why are Nigerians suffering? Why are Nigerians impoverished in a country, in a nation that is so endowed with wealth, with everything, a human capital development? If they even concentrate on that alone, this country will have been number one in the world, because Nigerians are resilient. So this is a country where the government has never. So the second big question I was asking when they were talking, I was listening today, is that who are these people that are benefiting from this government? Who are benefiting from the government? Definitely not Nigerians. Go and ask around. Why do we have Oduduwa agitation? Why do we have Arewa agitation? By the way, when there was one book, and when you listen to the history of Nigeria, even the houses, the people inside Hausa land are screaming to secede from this chokehold called Nigeria. So it's not only Biafra, it is everybody is screaming. So who are the people benefiting, taking all this money and rendering the people poor? Wherever these people are, they are evil. So if it is Nigeria that is making them do this. So why are we still in this quagmire? Who is holding this thing together? What glue is holding it together? It looked to me like there are a few of them. And that is why I come here every day and I tell you, Mr. Niger Watch, whatever we can do to keep this place alive, to educate the people, to spread the gospel that we are in a very dire situation. We need something to give way for the Nigerian people to be delivered. And I stop here. Thank you so much for giving me opportunity to even vent this thing. I'm just anyway. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Madam Origin. God bless you, man. Thanks for your encouragement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Ben, thanks for calling in, sir. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Good afternoon, Mr. Jonathan Kingsley, and good afternoon, Mr. Alex. I want to say good afternoon to every members of the panel. Mommy Diaspora, if you listen to my voice right now, thank you for all that you do. We sincerely appreciate you. Mr. Harris, I want to say thank you for this platform. Yesterday's show was like one of the best shows of this platform, having all of those people, talking, the honorable, all his opinion, and Mr. Chris Dublin, CM and all that. CM said something very profound yesterday. I listened to that conversation all over again this morning when I woke up. He said that Nigerian politicians, the way they embezzle and steal money is something you cannot really understand. The Nigerian politician will steal money for himself, money that he doesn't need. He will steal money for his children, money the children doesn't even need. He will steal for his great-great-great-grandkids, money that they don't even need. The Nigerian politician will embezzle money that they don't even need for the next 10 generations. That's how Nigerian politicians have always been, right from time immemorial, and that's why that country will never see any kind of progress at all. They said they're bringing dollar don't they come down, they come down. The Nigerian naira they reduce every time, but the price of items in the market no reduce. Then that just tells me something, that they are not really honest with whatever economic policy that they're actually doing to bring down that rate. Because if you look at it right now, dollar don't they go up again. You get what I'm saying? So that shows that government is not even honest to themselves. Every policy that they are trying to implement, not lies, not propaganda. Nothing is going to work if those people in charge of the economy of that country are not being even honest to themselves. The headline you have on the platform today about Peter Obi saying the project will not be completed in the next 30 years, because Peter Obi knows that the governments of the day, they are not honest. They're not honest with themselves. They just throw propaganda. They tell the Nigerian people lies. Nothing will work in that country. I've said it so many times. We've lost a very big opportunity by not having Peter Obi as a president of our country. Now we have charlatans. We have criminals, heading the affairs of the country. People who are there to just siphon money. It's just so sad that as a country, of more than 200 million people, we have the worst of us ruling the affairs of the country. It is a very sad situation, and we have to endure this for the next 7 years, because trust me, Tinubu will be the next president again after this tenure, because this man knows that Nigerians don't want him. So what he's going to do is he's going to put machinery in place to ensure that he's rigged back into that government. It's so sad. It's really, really sad, because every time we switch our TV on, it's one bad news or another. Nothing is moving in that country. People are sitting down watching Big Brother Africa every single time. They're not even worried about the trajectory of that country. Always debating about things that doesn't benefit the country in any way. It's so sad that Nigerians they're just comfortable with the corruption, with the fallacy of the country. I'm really tired of that country. I swear, I'm so tired of it. I just want to say thank you for all that you do. God will continue to bless you, and God will continue to bless every member of our panel.
We have an amazing panel, and I will end my submission by saying, I swear Igboho for governor of Edo State. This man, Olumide Akpata, I haven't seen nothing about him on the internet, on TV. I've not seen any kind of campaign from him. I'm not campaign has not officially started, but where is he? I'm not seeing him. You get what I'm saying? Before the election, before the presidential election, we have obedience everywhere. Campaigning for Peter Obi everywhere. On the airways, on the internet, on the TV, every single place, they see obedience. But where is Olumide Akpata? Is he trying to ride on the popularity of Peter Obi to be the governor of my state? I'm seeing it also Igboho everywhere. I understand it's coming from PDP. But it's the one I'm seeing. It's the one I'm hearing. This man is telling me what he wants to do. You understand? And I know how our politicians act. And I know they get very good with words. But there's something about Aso Igboho that I'm comfortable with. You get what I'm saying? So I would rather support a man that I'm seeing, a man that I'm hearing, a man that is telling me what he wants to do. You get what I'm saying? He was on this platform sometime last week. Every single question that our panelists asked him, he answered every single one with so much eloquence, with so much conviction. You get what I'm saying? This man listening to people. He's letting us know that this is what he wants to do. You understand? I get that the current governor's shadow, is moving over him. But I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? If you're telling me to vote for a Labour Party candidate that I've not even heard of, I've not heard anything from him. The last time I saw him on TV was when he was dancing. That he won the ticket to be the governor for Labour Party. But after that, I haven't seen anything else. But I'm seeing Aso Igboho everywhere. Everywhere. People may not like PDP. You understand? I don't give a damn about the party. It's about the person. Because I supported Peter Obi because of him, not because of Labour Party. And I'm saying it with my full chest. Anywhere where Peter Obi go, I go. You understand? If it goes to PDP tomorrow, I go support PDP because of him. And that's why I'm supporting Aso Igboho for the governor of our state.
Thank you.
States. I love my state. I love that state with all of my heart. I don't care if I'm living in the United States. That is still my state. Thank you very much, Wine. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, my people, I appreciate every one of you right there. I guess you guys can still hear me though.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
For me, I can hear you, Mr. Elvis. I can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me take this call quickly. I don't like watch. Thanks for calling in, my brother. Good evening to you. Please talk to us quickly. Good evening to you.
Hello, my brother.
Thank you,
Mr. Elvis.
Yes, sir. Please talk to us. Thank you.
I greet you. For me, just quick one. You understand? Candidate of Labour Party go come out. Look, we exercise patient. He go come out. And another one where I want to talk now, we say that woman where he say make we divide the country. If we divide the country out, we will carry a big company and I joke with that, but anyway. Yes. And the other man that called that asked you question, I want to answer him. You know, he said if they divide Nigeria, where the Edo is going to, is it Oduduwa or Brafa? We, before Nigeria, we should get our own country. So if you reach that time, then we go enter inside palace, we will come out. What we will come out with, then we will do. Now that one, that's the 3 points we actually I want to make. So if there's anything, I will come back again. Thank you, my brother. I love you all.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you. Thank you. Okay, callers, please. I would like to move on right now. I'll come back to you guys again later on. I appreciate every one of you, my people. God bless you all. I would like to quickly pass this on. Remember we're supposed to have a governorship candidate of Edo State tomorrow. One of the top 3, you know. So he reached out to me today that he can't make it tomorrow, but we have cemented Sunday, 7 p.m. Sunday, 28th of April, 7 p.m. So I want you guys to write it down, Sunday, because he gave me the option of Saturday or Sunday, because I know that Saturday have a lot of people normally have a broadcast on that day. So I put on Sunday. So I hope it's not going to be canceled as well, although he promised that this will happen again. So on Sunday, 28th of April, which is this week, Sunday, 7 p.m. So everybody can come with your popcorn, and you are going to be hearing from the remaining 2. Aswa Ighodalo already been to the platform. So when I say top 3, in case you are not sure who are the top 3 is Barrister Olumide Akpata, Dr. Aswa Ighodalo, Senator Mode Okpebholo. Is 3 of them. So 1 have been here, 2 left. One of the remaining 2, that's what I'm talking about now, that will be joining us on Sunday, 7 p.m., 28th of April, 2024. You're asking me who? No, I will not mention the name yet until a date. Yes. You see, the reason why I don't do this is that, you see, we're supposed to be having him tomorrow, Tuesday, and today it was cancelled. So that's why I don't bother mentioning names anymore. But you should know that one of the remaining 2, yes, you might be seeing Mode Okpebholo here or Olumide Akpata here on Sunday. But one of them will certainly be here. Fingers crossed, 28th April 2024, 7 p.m. Thank you. Okay, let me move on to my panelists. God bless every one of you right there. Callers, I'm going to come back to you guys again later on. For those of you that have supported us, God bless you all. Madam Iris Finance, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, man. Thanks for joining us. Frank Uno, God bless you. Thank you very much, Wisdom Lucky. Asmo Diallo, God bless every one of you right there that's just coming in. Please help us to press on the like button, help us to share, and let our voices go far. Mr. Alex, it's good to have you on the show. Please, I'd like you to talk to us. Good evening to you, my brother.
Thank you, Mr. Najawash. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me, Mr. Najawash?
Yes,
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 Alex.
Yes, thank you. I'm in a noisy place. I'm traveling. I'm just at the airport now.
No, it's noisy there. You want us to come back to you?
Not really. Can you? Is it better now? I just moved away.
We are hearing some people's voices there.
Okay, let me just speak for some few minutes, maybe shortly.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
For me, I'm happy with the video you just showed today. There is no way that you can talk about solution to the Nigerian problem without discussing breakup. There's no way without going back to the national confab of 2014 of Jonathan Goodluck administration. No way you will not go back to Aburi Accord. No way you will not go back to the killings, the rampant killings of human beings across board in the whole country by Buhari's government. People lost lives, not chickens. So these have always been my contemplations. There's no way. There's no way. So I'm happy it's coming up again. This is not Biafra now, so do the World Republic. So I just feel we should try and know the truth. It's not about elections now. Human lives are being lost across the country. People are being kidnapped. People are being raped. People are being killed on a daily basis. So, and as we speak, it's still ongoing. It's still ongoing. And it's very pathetic. And I'm happy. Nobody who says he's a social scientist that will not tell you this is a solution. Jonathan Goodluck, in his powers, organized a national confab. A confab is a conference, bringing everybody together from the whole country to discuss a possible solution. And recommendations were made. And it's at the Aso Rock Villa. It's there. It's been swept under the carpet since 2014. So Nigeria is not working. It's a scam. It's a fraud. But the problem is, I don't know why, including me, I don't know what comes on us when we still discuss election, we still discuss INEC, we still discuss upcoming elections. This, for me, left to me, we are not supposed to be doing this. Looking at what is going on across the whole country. I don't know what to say anymore. The solution is for us to hold our leaders accountable and let them know this cannot be happening. It can't be happening. People are being kidnapped, people are being raped, people are being murdered. These are human beings, fellow citizens, that had dreams for themselves, that had plans, visions, that had a life ahead of them. So for the Yoruba nation to cry out again, they've been crying out. It kind of died down when Tinubu came to government. They were crying restructuring. For them to come out again, we have to tell ourselves the truth about what happened in the Biafran Civil War. This is exactly what happened. A particular tribe was being profiled. So it came to Benin under Buhari government. It went to Delta. It went to everywhere. So the solution right now is a peaceful breakup legally. Nigeria is a signatory to the United Nations of Charter for self-determination by a group of people who are not feeling okay in the conglomerate of a nation. They have rights to want to leave if they are threatened, if their existence is threatened. One of the parameters, the indices, the paraphernalia of their quitting the federation rather is if their life is threatened. Come on, which part of Nigeria whose lives are not threatened today? Which tribe? Which state? Which region? So we can't live together. We are not one. Some tribe in Nigeria believe in killing people to please their God. They say they are doing a duty to God. We don't believe in that. Maybe you do, but we don't where I come from. You were asking about the Benin Kingdom, where it's going to be. We have, if Biafra go, if Oduduwa go, but we have the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the Kingdom of Denmark, the Kingdom of Spain. Of course, we have the ancient Benin Kingdom. It will be the Kingdom of Benin. Very easy. It's going to be the most beautiful thing to have come out of Edo State, the Kingdom of Benin. With our nation, with our national carrier, with our defense, with our flag, with our currency, with our agriculture, with our army, with our logo, with our everything. It's very easy. It doesn't take time. Pakistan did it. Gambia and Senegal were once one country. They did it. Yes, it's a reputation. We have to keep teaching it. People are doing it everywhere. It will not cause any war. People are suffering, Nigeria. People are suffering. People are suffering. I'm at the airport now. I'm traveling. Come and see the massive crowd. This is not business or education. People are not going just for business. A lot are evacuated. I went through the security check. It's like there is a war in Nigeria. Somebody told me, said, I'm not going to come here until 20 years' time. Somebody said, until the country is okay. So people are desperate. And in this situation, the country will break on its own. Did we call that man to speak? Did Abati bribe him? Is he my father? Did Mr. Alex tell him? Everything he said is what we have been saying on this platform. We cannot take away the Ojukwu syndrome. This man is playing back Ojukwu's reasons for declaring the Republic of Biafra. So, we have to tell ourselves the truth. The looting, they just borrowed $2.2 billion again. The Naira is falling again. Don't put your money in Naira. I had some foreign currency savings, but I'm going to take it back again. I don't care the losses. So it's going to fall down furthermore. Take your money away from Naira. They are not serious yet. They are not serious. The 1 month Naira rising, dollar falling was a scam. It was a fraud. They can't sustain it for just 1 month. And you say they are serious? Indeed, the drug baron can't give you anything good. A set of people who stole election and ran away with it, they can't give you anything good. You can't sustain your currency for just 1 month. 1 month. Countries are sustaining their own for 30 years, 20 years, 15 years. And you are telling me it's because of our foreign reserve is being depleted. Who depleted it? Buhari is working scot-free. They looted our foreign reserve. You couldn't arrest them. They borrowed money even when they were leaving. So I just want us to know that the country will eventually break. It will. It will. It's not what Alice wants. It's not what you want. It's nature, law of gravity. What goes up must come down. If you want to know the meaning of gravity, just jump up. You will come down. It's normal. It must come down. People can't cry forever. People can't die forever. People can't behave like this forever. So I just feel, guys, we should tell ourselves the truth. It's pathetic. The country is a fraud, is a scam. Some people just believe it's their right to watch people suffer. It's only this country I see leaders are happy when their citizens are in darkness. When their citizens have no means of transportation. When their citizens can't go into farming. When they look at importation dropped by 32%. to this news on Vanguard. Importation dropped by 32% because importers are swapping business for survival. They just want to survive. What a shame. So I would like to leave it to Mr. Najawash. I'm in a public place, and thank you. I'll join you, but I will join you again. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Alex. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you. Thanks for your submission. Okay, my people, God bless you all. God's grace, thanks for joining us. Good evening to you. I appreciate every one of you right there. You said, okay, God's grace, you said you have done your best, Najawash. I was not even thinking of voting Aswa Igboho, but since he is the only one that have honored your invitation, he came to speak to us. We will give him the seat. Oh, others will come, God's grace. Others will come. Let's be patient. You know, I've sent invitations to all of them. One of them have honored us as well. So, you know, many of them are already busy. Our campaign is about to start. So let's be patient with them. You know, the reason why some people are thinking that, oh, Najawash is supporting Aswe and all that. Yes, I don't blame him because it's only Aswe that have honored the platform. And we talk about him all the time before we say anything with reference to him, because the only one I've been to the platform. So maybe when someone else come in now, before we talk, we'll be references to two instead of Aswe Igboho alone. So that's how it works. So if you know you have a candidate, if I were you, go and put pressure on your candidate to come speak to us rather than you fighting other candidates that have been here already. You know, tell your candidate to come here, or rather than you fighting me. That, oh, Najawa, be like say your body language, like say you be God. How you tell you know people body language? You think I like pretending. I don't pretend. You know, amongst the three, now only one, no one may ever be my governor for those states. Only one. But I'm not going to speak. Amongst the three, now only one, I don't want me to be my governor. The remaining two, any of them will win, I will be the happiest person. Forget. You know, so stop all this body language and not body language. And now it's this postmodernism, now they hide our feelings for you. I just don't want to say anything because if I declare who I am supporting, it will affect other people from joining like we did on Peter Obi. So I just want everybody to be free to express themselves who they want to support in those states. Let everybody. Did you see what has been happening in Nigeria for the past couple of days? Don't you like it? Everybody are free to express themselves and put their support for their own candidate. If me don't talk my own now, then I'll be country people all the time. If you want to talk about your own, it becomes a problem. So please understand that. Let me take this call before I come to Mr. Jonathan. Thank you for calling. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Hello.
Hello, madam. Good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling from.
This is Osai. Good evening.
Madam Osai, thank you very much for calling in. It's good to have you on the line. Please talk to us.
Yeah, are we live?
Yes, you are live, or you wanted to call private or something?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. What I wanted to say is the guy that called before said if Nigeria, let's say we go different way, and whether gonna join the Oduduwa or they're gonna join the Biafra. So yeah, this is my input. Edo will stay Edo, right? We might change the name from Edo to be the Kingdom of Benin. So these people need to remember. Here is the thing: they need to remember that before Nigeria was formed, Edo was a nation. Benin was a nation. Benin even had an embassy in Portugal. So just because they said we have just 5 million or whatever that is, we cannot form our own nation. You see those criminals, we will take them to our new country. We will deal with them just like the ancient time. Remember, let me make this clear to everyone. In ancient time, there was no 419 thief. All this shenanigans they are doing, hanky-panky. Benin was safe. You understand? We have the strongest army in the world back in ancient time. And we're going to take all those stuff, our ancestors, or left behind. You know, then we apply our knowledge, our recent knowledge, we will apply it to that. When we form our own nation, we are our own people. Even if we don't want to, you know, even go that way, do they forget that there is something, there was a time they did the, what's it called, referendum, when they formed a Midwest region. So I don't know why Nigeria seems to just think that Edo people are just so small like that they don't have their own personality, or they will just. If you remember clearly, Nigeria Watch back in 2 years ago, when they did those whatever map, they divide the whole Edo, some part where Oduduwa nation, some part these people, they need to stop. You know, to be honest with you, they need to stop. We are our own people. We are not shaking. We in fact, we dey ground. In fact, if Nigeria, if Nigeria if they divide the country, the only people that is going to favor is us, because we've already have the name. We have our own king. We go to that palace. We come back. We will form our own nation. We have Oba as overall father. Then we will have prime minister. So we're not going to do all this democracy, all this nonsense. Our ancestors did all this. Our ancestors, in fact, if you look at Benin history, they manage our ancestors, our forefathers. They manage our resources better than all this whole thing. Women used to have rights in the ancient Benin kingdom. Today, women don't have any single right. Today we can talk about we need them, all those amazing women from ancient Benin kingdom. These people think we are full. They need to stop.
Thank you, ma'am.
We will be our own country. No shaking. No one should worry about where we are going to go. We are our own identity, and we have it. And we the ground. We will hold the ground.
Thank you, Madam Sai.
Have a good evening.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, bye. All right. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all, and God bless you. Now, let me come to the panel. Mr. Jonathan Kingsley. After Mr. Jonathan, I'll come to Ogasian. Mr. Jonathan, please talk to us. Good evening to you.
Hello, Mr. Elvis. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, very clear, very clear.
Yeah, Mr. Elvis. Yeah, good
your voice is clearer than before.
Thank you. Thank you very much. How are you doing today?
I'm very fine, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. I greet you, and greetings to everyone, all the panelists and those that are in the comment section. Those that are listening, I greet everyone. Welcome. Today, I'm happy, at least for the first time or for a long time, I heard someone who is vibrant and who stand toe-to-toe with the Nigerian media. That is in the person of Professor Akintoye. That is the type of people you want to have as a spokesman for a cause, especially a political cause that you are, or for a fight. In fact, when it comes to self-determination, you want a voice like that. I really love it when he used the word, a phrase, pandering to the government. And that is what we see in Nigeria every day. People who just say and talk what the government would like to hear. Even when they see red, point blank red, they will say it is white. Even they will say it with their eyes head on, or their eyes wide open. We are not blind. It is red, they will say it's black. That is pandering to a person or to an entity. And he said it exactly what we're seeing in Nigeria on a daily basis. The Nigerian media inclusive, pandering to the government and rigorously avoiding truth. Rigorously avoiding the truth. Those statements are so profound. And those statements are exactly the problem of psychophancy that we have in Nigeria. People just pander to the government at will. Sometimes they lost their reasoning. Initially, they will start doing it deliberately and consciously. And then it becomes part of them. They started pandering even without them knowing it any longer. It becomes normal. It has become normal to them. When you see the line of questioning that Abati was putting out, Abati met his match on this subject, on this particular matter. He met his match. And he stood his ground. They will forever talk about Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. They will forever talk about the Yoruba self-determination or whatever. They will never talk about the Fulani that have driven many farmers out of their land. You will never see headline about the Fulanis, how they have driven out people. You will never hear them talk about the women, children that these people rape at will all over the place. They will never, you will never see them talk about what is happening in Plateau. They will just talk about it for a day and they will sink it, they will bury it there. You will never see them talk about the Fulanis. How many times they have declared that they want the war? They have, come out openly and declare war on the Nigerian state. You will never see them talk about it. You will never. The most reason, because I know most Nigerians suffer from this, Stockholm syndrome. But let's talk of recent. What happened just in the recent month alone? You will never see the Nigerian media talk about what is happening to the government that we have never seen anybody prosecuted with respect to the bombing in Ibadan in the last few months ago, that they said is mining whatever. How many people have they paraded the way they are parading this, these people are called ignorance, that they said they wanted to take over government. How many of it? They will never talk about that. They will never talk about the main issues. That is pandering to the government because you are trying to do what the government wants. Simple. And they rigorously, when you say somebody rigorously avoids something, he's doing it with every breath that is in him, with all the power, the capacity that he has. That's what they do in Nigeria. The media, even the elite. But they should not forget, they make no mistake about it. At the end of the day, it will happen. There will be a Biafra nation, whether they like it or not. There will be a Yoruba nation. It will happen in Nigeria. All this pandering that they are doing, left and right, it will happen. Whether in our generation or not, it will happen. Nigeria cannot, the Nigerian state is a lie, built on the foundation of lies, and continuing on that foundation, building on it. Nigeria is not working. Yes, you said it. The country is not working. And when something is not working, what do? You take an appraiser. You look at it. This thing is not working. I got to shift. I got to do some adjustment. This thing is not working. At the least, people are even calling for restructuring. This thing is not working. At the least, at the minimum, do restructuring, honestly. Because it's not working. country continues to romance with mediocrity every day for decades. It's a country of mediocrity. That's all we see. And so sad. The current generation, the youth of Nigeria don't know better. They are born into mediocrity. They are living inside mediocrity. They are growing inside mediocrity. So they know nothing less than mediocrity. So when they don't know what is standard. They don't know what is quality of life. They don't know. That is why somebody will be living in a country and there will be no clean water that you can go and open the tap and get clean water. They can't argue. They can't fight against it. They can't fight for their right, that it is their right. Because they don't know better. They are used to that mediocrity of borehole. People don't have electricity and they can't fight it because they don't know better. They are used to mediocrity of using generators, inverters. That's all they know. That is the best for them. That is why you will see journalists will be pandering to the government. I love it. I just love the way it brought it out. Because sometimes we don't know what to say. That is why you don't know it all. You get informed, in fact, what you know sometimes will be in front of you, and you will not even know that this is what I mean. What you need will be in front of you, and you will not know. And it's lying there in front of you. This is the way to put it. These people pander to the government on a daily basis, and they avoid the truth. They fight it with every fiber of their being. They fight truth. The damn country is not working. And the minimum you can do, at least you are educated. When something is not working, you will do an appraisal. You will take a look at it. You know that the status quo cannot remain. There must be a restructure at the minimum. Yes. What they did in Oyo State, the video that we show, is another pandering to the government. People buy in Plateau, the Plateau State University a few days ago. Have we seen the police parading any criminals or terrorists or headsmen? How many headsmen have you seen the Nigerian police in 2024? Because again, Nigeria has Stockholm syndrome. Seriously speaking, majority of Nigerians have Stockholm syndrome. They don't remember anything. I don't know. Maybe it is the way they have been treated to the point where they can't remember yesterday, what happened yesterday. They can't. So talking about 2023 is like you are taking them too far. Let's talk about last week. How many herdsmen have you seen the Nigerian police parading all over the place? The way they are doing in Oyo State now. I'm not conceding that what they did was right. No, that's not the point. But to tell you that the country is not working, how many headsmen have you seen the Nigerian police or the Nigerian law enforcement paraded in the last, just 2024? You will see nothing. They go into states across the southwest, the south, ravage farms all over the place, drove farmers out of their farms, raped their wives, their daughters, by a lot of them. You never see the Nigerian media talk about it the way they should. They should remain on it, if not the fact that they are pandering to the government. And that is our problem in Nigeria. That's our bane. It's one of the bane to the development of that country. So I support it. I'm in support of self-determination. Let everybody go. That's the only way. There is nothing like Nigeria in the first place. It was a fallacy. It was a dummy that was sold to the Nigerian elite back then. So please let's just remain focused. At the end of the day, whether they like it or not, the Yoruba nation will come, the Biafra nation will come. Any other entity in Nigeria that demand their self-determination, the self-determination of their group, it will emerge, it will come.
Mr. Jonathan, please, can I interject you for 10 seconds?
Please go ahead.
Are you aware that the first place the Europeans stepped their foot on in present-day Nigeria was the ancient Benin Kingdom through a seaport called Gelegele Seaport? That was the first place, the ancient Benin Kingdom, by the Portuguese.
Yes.
And the British also were turned back in their first coming to take over Benin Kingdom. They were defeated. They had to go and recruit the present-day NATO forces, the European nations army, in the infamous Invasion 1897 massacre. So Benin already was a kingdom. The Brazilian government also addressed a letter to the Oba of Benin, Chubuari, to thank them that Benin Kingdom was the first kingdom to which Brazil Happy Independence Day. It was a country of its own. You can Google it.
Yeah,
so
I'm aware.
Nigeria must break. It must break. Yes, it's not only Biafra. It's not only Ododuwa. It must. Thank you, sir.
Whether they like it or not, it will happen. The lady that called, you also re-emphasize it. You know, the name is already there. You know, they have the United Kingdom, the Benin Kingdom, they already have their name to be a kingdom at the end of the day. It will happen, whether they like it or not. They can pander to, you know, our elite can do all this because of their own selfish ends. But at the end of the day, this will happen. I'll move forward. I'll stay away from that. But I must say that at least for a long time, I'm glad today to hear this coming out. Someone that will come out and meet the Nigerian media head on today. I'm so glad about that. You know, Mr. Peter will be talking about the Lagos-Calabar project. See, in fact, Mr. Peter Obi is even generous. What a generous man, 30 years. That thing will take more than 5 decades. Lagos-Ibadan Express Road, how many kilometers? As Mr. Oyema of Earpiece will say, it's a piece of cake. Lagos-Ibadan Express is a piece of cake when we're talking in terms of road construction. Lagos-Ibadan is a piece of cake. The way Oyema will refer Lagos to London as piece of cake. It's a piece of cake. They are on it. Till today, that road has not been completed 100%. The budget to it. This 2024 budget, I saw it is still there. They still budget. They still budgeted for it. Lagos-Ibadan Express Road is still there. They continue to siphon money because of that one singular project that shouldn't take more than Lagos-Ibadan Express Road shouldn't take more than 18 months at the max. 18 months. They've been doing it now for almost 2 decades. Yes.
If I can interject.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, Lagos-Ibadan Express Road, like you said, it's even less than a piece of cake. I said that to say, yeah, okay, for example, where you live in Canada and then where we live in the US here, maybe you have visited Houston or probably a place like Dallas and see how bridges are interconnected.
Yeah.
I don't Lagos-Ibadan Express Road, last time I checked, there's no bridge there. It's just an express road.
It's just an express road. One way, one road. One way, full stretch, nothing. You will not turn left, you will not turn right. Even if you have not been to Lagos, you just land in Lagos for the first time and you are going to Ibadan, you cannot miss your road. You won't turn left, you won't turn right. All you need to do is just get on that road and straight on. You will get to Iwo Road in Ibadan. And there you are in Ibadan. That one, they can't do it for almost 2 decades now. They are still battling. Now you are talking of Lagos-Calabar. Mr. Peter Obi is a generous man, and I believe he didn't want to be seen as being, maybe exaggerating. That's why he said this thing will probably take more than 30 years. Yes, if you don't know that today, if you are a Nigerian, wherever you are, and you don't know that today, whether you are a regular Nigerian, or you are a politician, or you are in government, whatever, and you don't know that, then you must be the most mischievous human being on planet Earth. It will take that, if not longer. And the money, I said it here before, this year, less than 2 months ago, I said they will borrow again. Yes, they will borrow. There is no way they will borrow again. How will Nigeria not borrow? Where is the money? Please, somebody come and tell me. Where is the money they will use now? Where? They can't supply Dangote crude oil. Because why? They are forward sold the crude oil of Nigeria 10 years forward sales. That means that for the next 10-15 years they have already sold it out, and in most cases they have collected this money already. That's called forward contracts, which means that Nigeria have the obligation. The forward contract simply means that you have the obligation to deliver on a specific date. You must deliver. That's the contract. And the person pays you a premium for that. In order for me to get that, I have to pay you a premium. So Nigeria have collected. So Nigeria must deliver. It's an obligation. So the money they are borrowing, so that is why they have to continue to borrow. They have to continue to borrow. The new grants of 2.2 billion they are now getting. I saw them in Washington. I was looking at the video, all of them in Washington, DC last week, romancing with the World Bank. At the end of the day, they came up with this 2.2 billion new round of loans for Nigeria. This is what they want to use now to pump the dollar, to pump up the naira again. They must continue to do this. Because the truth is this: if you get 2.2 billion naira, $2.2 billion. Let's see $2.2 billion in the economy of Nigeria, in infrastructure. You and I know already, ab initio, we will not see the impact of even $100 million on the Nigerian space, talk less of 2.2 billion in the next 6 months, 1 year. We won't see the impact of that money. So that is the state.
Okay.
That is where we are in Nigeria. So, Mr. Elvis, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. But again, I must say, I'm happy today that somebody came out and spoke, directly to the Nigerian state and let Nigeria knows their right as far as self-determination is concerned. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I really appreciate it. Thanks to all the panelists.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. God bless you, sir. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to Oga CM. Thank you, Oga CM, for joining us. Guys, help us to press on that like button. Before Oga CM, Oga, please just hold on. Let me pick this call. Mazi, thanks for calling in. Good evening to you, sir. Hello. Hello, sir. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Yes, good evening. Good evening, sir. My brother, good evening. Thank you for the job you are doing for Nigerians around the world. As I always say that God will continue blessing you, protecting you, and make sure that anything you are letting your hand, God will bless you. And what I want to say concerning what is happening is that you can see that Nigerians are trying to make sure that that country go forward and be united. But I want to tell you, the politicians in Nigeria don't want it. It's like some people have decided to take that Nigerian name to, finish everybody. Because you cannot tell me that you are ruling somebody. They are working working for us. These people in places are working for us. What we need is what they're supposed to do. Nigerians need a better life in Nigeria, but they say no. Restructure Nigeria, they say no. They need somebody who can make Nigeria better, they say no. That is what these people want. So I want to tell Nigerians to rise up. Everyone should shine his eyes, because it's like these people want to finish this country and name it another name later. So we must shine our eyes. Even as this country is going now, do you think that 2027 is going to be better?
Thank you.
They do it. They cannot do it. They don't have anything on table for Nigerians.
Thank you.
Allow somebody who can Nigeria to be better. Everybody, even people in abroad will come back home and say no. So I don't think
Thank you.
they can do. And what they're supposed to do now is to share the country. Everybody should go his own way, and that one can be better.
Thank you.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, let me come to August CM now. Thank you very much, my wonderful people. I appreciate you all. After August CM, the next person will be give us a mandate. August CM, good evening to you, sir.
Okay.
Please talk to us.
Okay. Yeah. Good evening, Niger Watch. Good evening. Thank you very much. Please, I greet everybody, those listening, those on the panel with me, and all protocols duly observed, everybody. Yes, I want to touch on 2 or 3 things today. Number one, the new piece of news that Nyesom Wike's wife will be one of those to be appointed to the bench as an appeal court judge. Let me say this. What that means, because that's the way I analyze news here. What that means is that Wike will never lose any election in his lifetime again in Nigeria. And this is how it works. If the wife becomes a judge of the Federal Court of Appeal anywhere, because there's an appeal court in Enugu and the one in Benin or Calabar or Kaduna or Kano or Meduguri, Abuja, Ilori, anywhere, Lagos, they are the same appeal court. I heard Professor Michael Zekome say it. That if they said appeal court had decided, you don't need to go to another appeal court, as long as it's federal. So what it means is that, like I learned from one chap, if you defeat Wike in primaries, he may go to court. Or he may go to election tribunal. At election tribunal, you rig him out. He will not go to court proper. If he gets to appeal court, what it means is that it's not that his wife will sit on the appeal. But his wife, because appeal court judges, they know themselves, they go and shop. They call it shopping. So they don't care if he's the judge in Calabar High Court, Federal Court of, Appeal Court in Calabar or in Yola, that is favorable that we do the bidding, while the case is in Port Harcourt. They will transfer the judge only for that case. At most, he will be there for 3 months. Then they will transfer because it's a federal appointment. So that is the way it works. Let us remember, for those that may disagree with me, there's a man, Justice Bukachua, the one that said it in the Senate, that the wife, the senator from Bauchi, that Bauchi Central, Bauchi South, he said the wife helped so many of his colleagues here to win their election because they will always go to the appeal. When he gets to appeal, they will win. How did it happen? Because of the what is it called? The connection. So in other words, Nyesom Wike, remember, it's not because of maybe something happened a few days ago or this thing. He's no longer sort of in good terms, politically speaking, with Dr. Peter Odili. This was the plan. All of them, Peter Odili, the wife retired as Supreme Court judge. And then that was the person that helped Wike in his own words, when he wanted to be chairman of Obiokpo local government. They don't want to give him second term or all those things. He said, why people were going to the tribunal, going to this Port Harcourt or wherever to go and protest and then shout. He was heading to Odele's house. He said it. Only to come, the gate man said, what is it? He says, Madam, please, we want to see Mama. And just like panting until they said, okay, go. This is Nigeria. So this is now in the open. For those that will also whose brains must have calcified, they should go and listen to the interview. I think Professor Chido Dinkalo, when he was saying it that the bench has been hijacked. People now, those that become judges are the children of judges or the children of politicians. In those days, it used to be poor people that can, from nowhere, you could rise up and become somebody. It's no more. So when the children of politicians, children of judges are replacing their parents, and the wives of politicians are there because of their husband. Because will not be, somebody will tell Wike, look, your wife is in the court of appeal. Can you help us? If it's in PDP will be using her to. You see, this is the way it works. It's like a court. So Wike will not be a kingmaker. If you want your case, you go and we beat price with you. Tell the wife, say, look, I've collected money. Look for a judge that will do the bidding. They will go and look for the person and buy the person off. So that is the way it works. So that is corruption writ large in the judiciary. So for those that do not know, that is the pointer. Sometimes I like to start from conclusion to discourse and move to introduction. I don't go the other way again. I conclude before I start. So that is the issue, and that's why that thing is taking place. Now, for if that didn't shock you, look at look at this one. Whatever Wike want to do in PDP, he's free to do it. They can't sack him. They can't send Wike and say we expel you from PDP. It's not possible. Not because he hasn't committed the offense enough to merit expulsion. But they said in Nigeria you can get a court injunction that you can never be removed. Can you imagine? Say that is what Wike has. That's a court injunction that he can be removed. So what democracy are we then practicing? Who helped him to conjure the court injunction? Justice Mary Odele when he was at Peacock, because these are his gang, these are the family that brought them up. We know all this. The Nigerians, we see all this. That is why they say this way had a career. This. So where are we? Where is Nigeria headed? Which brings me to Professor Banji Akintoye's interview with Ruben Abati. Professor Stephen Banji Akintoye is an emeritus professor of history, University of Ife. Since 1976. He became a professor 1976, professor of history. So it's been a long time. He was a senator representing either Ondo State or in those days under UPN during the Second Republic. I think the way the state is now, he's from Ekiti, so they call him Babe Ekiti. I do follow him. For such a man to lead a struggle like that, you don't just dismiss him. He's not an illiterate. Look at the way he's speaking, full of confidence and conviction. Very diplomatic, but very emphatic. You can't fault him. So I listen to him a lot. Look at what he put down. That Yoruba nation is a fait accompli. They are living. I remember the interview he granted either two years ago with Yomi Koiki, who was doing who is anchoring their destiny in UK. He was saying that they foresee a violent uprising in Nigeria. But the Yoruba are not interested in fighting anybody. They don't want, and they don't want anybody to fight them. So it's better they move out of the way before the thing sweeps the country. That's a very diplomatic and powerful statement. He said they are not interested. It's like you've seen a what is it called, the raging bull. You have to run away before it gets to you. Or the train, you see a train, you can't stand on the wheel of a moving train. So he's seen it, he has seen it. And what is that raging thing? The Fulani invasion. This Islamization we're talking about. Despite all that happened, now look at what is happening on that Tinubu. In his own words, people phoned him from Oyo State that they can't go to farm again. They've started, the Fulani invasion has started. He felt that Yorubas are civilized. They don't want to live in a country like that. Not because they hate anybody. He said anybody is, which means, unlike what happened in 1967 to 1970, that is, let me just draw a lesson from there. I know that now, if any part of the country is hoisting their flag, the Yoruba with Professor Akintoye's interview, we not go against those people. Or like what happened in 1967. That's what he's saying. Everybody is free to find their way, but you can't stop them. That they want it. That's why they are sounding a note that they want to leave. So in that case, where does he leave us? Where do we go from there? I will suggest where we go, where the Yorubas are advising them to go from there, is to conduct a referendum. I mean, why do we always pretend until we start to see a red oil everywhere? Is that what we want? Conduct a referendum. Obviously, there are people, one or two, there are some Yoruba people that we say over their dead body, they are not going anywhere. It's okay. Conduct a referendum. Simple majority. Whichever logic that wins carries the day. Same thing ditto for my Biafran people and whoever wants it. Nigeria is dead now. What else are you talking? They've been borrowing money. The money they are borrowing now, they are hoping that it's like you are taking money from somebody. Say, look, I'm taking this money. See this my son? Yes, he's in class 3. 2 years time, he will write his West African school certificate examination. When he pass and come out, he will go to university. By the time he finish reading history and masters or reading law and go to law school and start practicing, just give or take 21 years, he will pay you back. That is the type of loan Nigeria is taking. Even with our crude oil, we are taking it. So it's like we are selling the country indirectly. We are selling the country. I listened to an interview in which they say Nigeria's external, both our debt now is 97 trillion. What are they being used for? Nothing. So these are the type of things that Professor Akintoye must have seen. And he said they've written a letter, said, this is what we are sounding Nigeria, that we want to leave. So and like I read the letter, I read the epistle, he is saying that when Nigeria acknowledges, they will now raise their own dialogue team, the Yoruba nation, then Nigeria will raise them. Then they sit down and iron out areas of differences and then formalize it. They are not so that if you now want to come and invade or your state or anywhere, hey, they tell you that this is a different country. You can't do it. You see, before restructuring was good. Before this onslaught of Fulani headsmen, let's say in the 1999, it wasn't like this. People were shouting. But now he has seen that even if you restructure Nigeria, it won't solve the problem of somebody invading a farmland, raping women, raping the children and every underage girls, taking them in hostage, destroying the farmland and even murdering people in situ. So that's what he's saying, that even if you restructure, it won't solve the problem they've envisaged. So the only way is for them to be a little bit apart and survive. And that is what they are going. So what is good for the geese, if the Yorubas are the geese, is also good for the gander, like my people, Biafrans, and any other person, not just me. So nobody should be afraid. There are countries that are 4 million, 5 million. What is the population of Norway? But they are powerful. What is the population of Denmark? What is the population of Sweden, Finland? Finland is manufacturing Nokia, and people are shouting, oh, Nokia, Nokia. There's the population. Ericsson's from Sweden. Denmark is only Dano milk and what of the things they use. Technology. Norway is fishing. They're in the Atlantic. They're in the coast. They perfect their fish tank with some North Sea oil or gas. So there are things anybody can do. Let's not just feel that if we cannot keep together what the British joined together, then we've committed a crime against humanity. No, it's not. I'm so pleased that Akintoye said, and he's a professor of history. He wrote a book, I think the history of the Yorubas. I've seen the book, but I've not fully finished reading it. I read a little bit of it. So when such people are speaking, I listen, because it's just like an encyclopedia of history. He knows, but he can't say more than he's saying. That's why he was a bit diplomatic, but very emphatic, clearly on what he wants. But he may be pretending as if they don't know. You don't do it. Put his proposition to test. And what is that proposition? That they want out of the union, out of the Nigerian mess. How do they do it? He doesn't want war. He felt that people are attacking them. They are not attacking anybody. I've not heard that Yorubas are decided to go to Olu in Imo State or maybe somewhere in Rivers or in Enugu. The Yorubas are attacking people. They don't. Same thing with Igbo or even other ethnic. It's only the Fulani. So he felt that rather than matching disaster with disaster or force against force, the best thing is to give way. So that is the logic of his presentation. He felt, look, let's go our way. With our civilization, we are different than for being in a country in which some people feel is their birthright to lord it over others. Now look at what he said. I thought I missed that. January 24th and January 26th. They don't recognize Tinubu as their president. Well, everybody says that. Most people say it because of the rigging. But to now say that they won't stop them or you now want to, no. Look, even the Biafrans that are demonizing, we didn't even do as much as the Fulanis are doing. I don't see there are Biafrans that have gone up to Kaduna to go and slaughter people of Benue State or even in Borno. It's only in the southeast they want to maintain peace. Yet they are being victimized. Even in Nandekano is being denied right guaranteed to him by court, the freedom he should enjoy. So this what Professor Akintoye said today gladdens my heart. I welcome it, and I want further development on it. They should pursue it aggressively in the sense that letters should be drawn up. I want to see him interviewed across every media. If he can, such people can come here, good. I don't mind, because in this case, because I always believe in the power of dialogue. I like dialogue because by dialoguing, you are exchanging ideas. A superior idea you will learn, or you may even tweak your own, or sort of do it in a way that you can now understand the other man's viewpoint, than to keep quiet and pretend that we shouldn't touch it. Who said so? Nigeria is the only country joined together by Britain that is still existing the way it was joined together. All others, they've seen reasons to go their separate ways, and they are living in, and they are having their various their various stages of development. Nigeria Watch, I thank you very much. I will come back with P2B's analysis of the Lagos-Calabar highway to fraud. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Augustine. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. Mr. Consign, you're supposed to give us a mandate, but you came back. I'll come back to give us a mandate. Mr. Consign, please talk to us, sir. Okay, it's not there. Give us a mandate. Please talk to us.
Hello?
Okay, hello? Mr. Consign, you're back. Good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us.
My brother.
Go ahead, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. How are you doing today?
Very good, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. All the whole panelists, I thank everyone. I think Mr. Les is there. Mr. CM, I heard all of you. Madam Luke, I heard all of you. Give us a mandate. I heard all of you. Dr. Kinsley, Dr. Jonathan Kinsley, and the Mama Diaspora. Well, I want to start with this. For me, it's a disgrace that one tribe in Nigeria is disturbing everybody in Nigeria. It's a disgrace to own a whole country of, they say, 220 million, which I don't know. Nobody knows the distance of that country. One ethnic tribe, which is not up to 10 million, is buying people in Nigeria, disturbing everybody in Nigeria. People cannot go to farm because of one ethnic tribe, because they're in charge of the military, because that's why. I said this many times here. Ghana people rose up against these people. Central African Republic rose up against these people. But Nigeria won't become, I don't know. It's unfortunate. And I watched that interview of that man yesterday. I heard what he said. People wanted to leave the marriage. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to leave a marriage you made with somebody. As long as you know what you are going for. If you're not comfortable in that marriage, in that way, you can leave. In this country we have, this Nigeria we have, honestly, if we continue to say we are going to stay there, there's nothing going to change. Instead of changing, it's becoming worse. Because one ethnic group believes that they owe the country. Nobody arrests them for anything. Whatever they do, nobody arrests them. Even if you want to go and arrest, even if you want to go If they come now to anywhere and slaughter people, and those who want to fight back, the military will come after you. That's what the military are doing. That's why anybody talk about this military. We don't have military. Military went and by the people of Okwama leveled that place because of 19 people that they said they killed. Before they buy these people, before they level Okwama, in Niger State has wide more than within that time they wide more than 20 something or military officers, and the governor said, "No, leave us. We'll settle this. We'll settle it. All the whole Fulanis throughout the world are here. We are settled them. We'll talk to them, and not to happen again." But for Okwama, it's not about settlement. It's about to go there and level the place. But today, what happened again? 2 days ago, in same Niger State, they have killed again, by about 6 or 7 military officers. Is any place leveled there? Has anybody been arrested? Has the king of Niger State been arrested? That's the kind of country we have. Honestly speaking, me, myself, I don't like seeing red blood. I don't like seeing it. I don't. And where injustice festers, I don't like that place. I don't like any place. I have not removed blood from anybody in my life since my life. Even like this, take a stone or knife, nothing. I have not done it in my life, and I will never do it. I don't like seeing red blood, red oil. I don't like seeing it. But for this kind of things to be happening in a country where we believe it's our own, some people are first citizens, and some people are second citizens. Some people are third citizens. Because we are sharing one country. Even those that are buying you don't know where they're coming from. First, they are coming from far. Later, they are Nigerians. It's unfortunate. Aerofy and his cohorts go and bring these people. They give them different. That was the time Aerofy said, these bandits, nobody should call them. They are just making business, like the Igbos are making business. The people that are dangerous are those that want to leave the country. Can you imagine? I know that, so I have that interview. That's what Aerofy said. Those that are buying people, the terrorists, the Fulani terrorists those things are nothing. They're just making small money to get to eat. Can you imagine? A whole man. Do you know that today, Aerofy's son have one of the big in that assembly when the committee is heading it? The same thing with Ibori, the same thing with about 3 or 4 former governors or what. Their sons are heading different positions in the House of in the reps. That's the country we are bidding for the future. Now, see what I said. CM talk about Wike. If Wike goes there, tell me what will happen. What will Nigeria look like? Then whatever he wants with Tinubu and all the rest, they get it. As of now, they get it. We don't have judiciary as of now. Then talk less of when Wike's wife goes there, become this thing. So where will we be heading to? Every day they're borrowing. Every day they're borrowing. What are they using this money for? Nigeria have many roads now, many roads that are not motorable. Why can't they repair those roads? Why can't the government repair those roads? Instead, Tinubu is bringing his friend Chagori from Lebanon so that they can siphon more money. A road that even 100 years have not finished. That's the road. While there are many roads, many roads that are many federal roads that are not motorable, that they're supposed to repair, but they're not going to repair that one. They want to put a new one which they can collect money and eat. Nigeria has become a Mugu country. A Mugu country. Mumu country. Where some useless people do things that they like, they want, and nothing happens to them. They believe that they have the support of the caliphate. They believe they have this, and you see, the thing is that Tinubu deceived the other state of Afenifre. He deceived them. He told them, no, wait, I'm going to do this. Wait, I'm going to restructure the country. Wait, I'm going to. But they know now, they know that he cannot do it. He cannot. You only want to go there to be answered president of Nigeria one day. That's what Tinubu is there for. Not that he's coming to rule Nigeria. He just only want to be there to be president of, at least even for one day. And now he's there now. But I pity for all, we are Christians. That woman, that's her wife. Well, God will see, God will judge her. Because as a wife of he says he's a pastor. And the husband, he knows the husband is committing this kind of crime. He's putting people's life in jeopardy. He's supposed to even say, I cannot be part of this. As a Christian, as a pastor. Well, a crook is a crook anywhere you go. A crook, any crook, a crook. That's why my life, I don't want to be with any crook in my life. A crook is a crook. If not, that woman is supposed to, her conscience, supposed to look at her and say, no, I can't do it. My husband, please, let us save people's life. We are this country. What are we doing with money? We have already acquired this money. What are we going to do with all this money we're acquiring? We have made them, we have become president. At least let us resign now. Let us see how to help these people, help Nigeria to grow. But she can't. Only one day, only driving a private jet and this and that, which they have also a bigger private jet. So this word of insatiable, people are not satisfied with anything in life. It's very, very unfortunate. Even for a woman like that, even for her kids, what are you going to do with all this money? Be greedy. They're not even looking at Abacha. They're not even looking at all the people that are acquired, or Abiola, all of them. They're not looking at them. They go with money. What did they buy heaven with money? Nothing. You can't buy heaven with money. People have no single conscience. I wonder how people go. Me, as of me now, every day when I sleep, I wake up in the middle of 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. in the morning. I start thinking about people in Nigeria. I start thinking about the downtrodden. I start thinking about those that have nothing to eat. I start thinking about them. Sometimes I do whatever I can do, I do. But these people have got this money more than anybody. But at least they don't even think of their fellow human beings. Those that are not eating anything, those that even don't have $1 to eat. They don't think if those that are crying on the road. Look at our women today. Our women have become hookups. Our children have become killers. The small kids. They don't even think of those things. They don't think about their people who cannot even afford one meal a day. Even instead they're giving them bag of rice. You give somebody bag of rice to do and do with what with bag of rice? You give bag of rice. Did you give money? Did you give money to eat? Nigeria have lost it. We really have lost it. When people have no single conscience, how can you live? How can you stand up and see people in that kind of situation? You don't even pity for them. What to make Nigeria, honestly speaking, to make Nigeria great today is very, very simple. If Tinubu want to make Nigeria great today, it just will take him just 6 months or 1 year. Honestly, Nigeria become a great nation. All these people that are buying people, all these Fulanis, call them. Negotiate, talk to them. All these people that you think that put you there, talk to them. Tell them, please, let us make this country a better nation. All these people agitating, talk to them. They equip the military, equip the police. It's very, very easy. You see, you put the money where it's supposed to be. All the infrastructures, try to start repairing them. Try to see that you get people to get job. Try to talk to the finance community, the international community. Tell them. We see that Nigeria we invest in agriculture. Invest in agriculture. See that the money that are being siphoned are no more being siphoned. My brother, you see the international community, when they see that there are changes in Nigeria, they will start, when they see that the president has changed, the ministers, remove these ministers you put there. All these people that are working with you, remove them. Bring people who are trusted. Bring people who have integrity. Honestly speaking, with all these things, all these good reforms, Nigeria will be a great nation. In the north, they are destined to make agriculture. All these people that are killing people, bring them, arrest them, put them in jail, start trying them. And then when the international community see that you are working, you are changing your account, my brother, honestly speaking, you see the investors will start coming in. Investors will start coming in. but they are not interested in anything. What they're interested in to make the people to become slave to them. Make the election, the thing, at least one of the good things that you can do for your country is for the people to have good election. If the people have good election, they'll be happy. Today, which in the whole state of Nigeria, how many states have good election? It's only maybe Oyo. I know that Oyo, they are Ibadan. They have Oyo State. They have good election. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Elvis, for giving me this opportunity. May God bless
Thank
you.
Mr. Elvis. Sorry,
yes, Mr. John.
Mr. Elvis, I just want to welcome Oga Concern to Federal Republic of Mugu. You know the way Nigerians and even the Nigerian government, you know the way we fought against that tag 419. You know, we fought against it so much. We don't like it. Nigerian government fought so much to remove that tag, that thing 419, remove it from Nigeria. I think it is time for us now, the Nigerian government, to start fighting that war of Mugu, and Nigerians too, because it's the Federal Republic of Mugu.
No, it's not.
The Nigerians are the ones supposed to stand up and fight that, but they're not standing up.
I know Mr. Elvis. Okay, I know Mr. Elvis will come against that.
Please, thank you. I dispute that. I reject it. You can't call Nigeria a country of Mugu. That's not funny, please.
No, but Mr. Elvis,
you can't use that word, sir. You can't use the word. Don't justify it, please.
No, I'm saying that the government is telling us to
but
Mugu.
you use that word. You use the word of that concern. You shouldn't use that kind of word here.
Okay, no problem. I retrieve the word.
You know, you don't use can you call Nigeria a whole country a country of Mugu, and then Mr. Jonathan, you are justifying that, you are supporting it. Please, you don't say such thing here. How can if it's not working, the country doesn't have any issue, it's the people. If the people know you are tired of the suffering, go and fight the people. You know, it's not the country, it's the people that is ruling you. Thank you. Please mute yourself, sir. There's noise coming from your end. Anybody that are muted. Osita Dima, you're on the backstage. Please turn on your camera. I want to see who is behind that name. Turn on your camera. I want to see who is behind the name, please. Okay. Now you. Okay, that's it. Thank you. All right, you can turn it off. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Okay, I'll come back to you shortly. Okay, let me see. Oga Osita, is it your first time on the panel?
Of course it's not. I've been here countless times.
Exactly. I know. But you know, the last time we don't call this panel, it's already 7 years now.
No. It's not been up to 7 years. That was last year, I believe, sometime in February or thereabout. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'll come back to you shortly, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right. Let me go to the next person. Give us a mandate. Are you there with us? Okay, I'll come back to you. I'll move on to the next person. Madam Luke. Madam Luke, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, man. Please talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Elvis. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Can hear you.
Thank God, my microphone will disappoint me today. All right. Well, good evening, everybody. All due protocols. How Mr. CM be talking? All protocols duly observed. So I was listening, and you see, there's some things that I don't. Who got GPS for there? So there's some things that just don't make sense, and the more you try to rationalize it, the more you get confused. Unfortunately, we cannot say exactly how we feel about our lost direction. But with every bad followership, you have to blame the people also. I would have loved to use something worse than what Mr. Concerns used, or Mr. I think is it Mr. Jonathan? because I've never seen a situation where the marriage between bad leadership and bad fellowship have been cemented to live happily ever after. I don't understand it. Usually in the same climate, either one will check the other. But in Nigeria, the fellowship is just as bad as the leadership. Only because, like Mr. Jonathan has always said, this generation has never seen anything good. So the norm is just abysmal. I was listening to what the Oduduwa people were agitating for. It's not different from what Samonekba and the others are doing. But is it realistic? I never, it's nice to have a place where people can disagree on a platonic note. But it can't happen in Nigeria. Even if it does, I don't trust the sustainability. I do not. And I am of the belief that it's just going to be worse than what we actually have now, because you're just going to have little splinters of bad governance. That's what you're going to have. Because I've always felt it in my bones that if things are going to improve, you will see it on ground. This same Odua, this same Biafra, this same Niger Delta, what are they doing on ground to show that they are even going to be able to manage themselves effectively? Do you need a geographical boundary for you to be able to achieve what you want to achieve? The answer is no. So at the end of the day, I'm just going on the gravy train because it's my only outlet to channel some form of hope. Because what we have now is not it. What we have now is not it. In fact, it's a curse. And like I said, out of respect for the forum, I won't want to say the things I really want to say. That's why most of the time I stay away because I don't have a filter. My filter, I don't think I was even born with one. As I think it, that's how I speak it. So most of the times I rather not even speak because I have to be sensitive and I have to have some modicum of self-control. But the anger still boils. And I always look for something to lash out on. So with everybody's advocating for a breakup here, breakup there, breakup here, breakup there, that's not the solution to Nigeria's problem. You need to fix your rot in your local government before you even think of separating. And I don't see any green light. I don't see any possibilities. I don't see any hope. And I don't see any light at the end of the tunnel, except it's an oncoming train. That is the only thing I see. And then going back to the highway to nowhere. You all have said it all. The ones that you have not maintained, and you're building new ones. I don't understand it. But we do know why. When you have a drug baron ruling you with a wife as a co-sponsor or accountant, a co-wife to the mafia warlord, what makes you think she will have a conscience? These are people who sold drugs to kill pregnant women, to endanger the lives of mentally or physically or psychologically challenged, addicted people who lost their lives because of the availability of that trade. When they were busy buying animals, and we saw it on the everything were revealed when David Hundeyin was how they were buying animals so that they can load up their what and then go back and poop it out to sell. They did all these things. They were drug mules, and you expect a drug mule to have a conscience. I don't really think that people understand the mission of Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Nigeria. It's not for Nigeria. It's for himself. And you've said it many times. Don't expect anything good. Don't expect him to feel your pain. Don't expect him to say, yes, I have seen the light, or I'm born again. A crook will always be a crook, especially a Nigerian one. All this one they're doing with Ganduje and what's his name? Yahaya Bello. You want to know what's going on? Something has gone down. There is something going down towards 2027. So this is all to clamp them down so they become impotent politically. Because you got El Rufai on one side, you got Yahaya Bello on one side. Too many aggrieved. And everything is happening behind closed doors. We don't know what they did. But here they are, witch hunting upon witch hunting. And they'll say, yeah, this as long as they catch one. See, it doesn't cut it. If you want the justice, it has to be equitable and it has to go around. It has to be fair. But when you don't have justice that is fair and equitable, of what use is it? You cannot tell me because of the ones you caught, it's going to be okay. No, it's not going to be okay. It's not. So while we keep looking, the crime spree keeps going on. Whatever they're doing with the Naira, it keeps going on. The country is just going on autopilot right now. Strictly on autopilot. Tinubu is insensitive. And Mr. Peter Obi said it all. That project will never be completed in the next 30 years. And guess what? Where do you think the money is going to go? Like Buhari shuffled his own to Niger. Tinubu has a way he's going. He's not keeping it in Nigeria. Obacha just sent his to Ethiopia. So they all have countries where they launder this money, and they all have where they go build their own paradise. And my prayer is that when they die, I hope they take it with them. Where is Abacha's loot today? It was relooted, Abi. Most of these people that are hiding money and doing all these things, I don't like Mr. Scorsese said, what are you doing with this money? There's the kind of money you will have, it becomes sinful. And I thank God for bringing me to a foreign country so that I can really realize what is important. And I thank God that I work in the healthcare. With the kind of things I see every day, anytime I come home, I'm giving away stuff until my house is going to be empty. That's my goal in life. I want to live in an empty house. Once I wear my clothes once, I don't keep them in my closet. I give them away. I don't keep them. I might get another one, but as soon as I wear it, I take a picture with it, I give it away. I want to live in an empty house. And by the grace of God, I want to spend all my money here before I depart this planet. I don't want to leave it for nobody. I don't want to save for no rainy day. I want to leave it and enjoy it while I'm alive. So what are these politicians doing with this money? Except just flaunt it around and just be sacrilegious about it. So my people, on that note, we'll come in here, we'll keep talking. Like people said, it's never too tired to talk. But unfortunately, both the leadership and the fellowship have gone deaf. Not only have they gone deaf, they have gone dumb. Total handicap all over the place because there's no dialogue. And people are saying we need to dialogue and we need to dialogue, what do you say, peacefully. When has peaceful, when has anything peaceful in Nigeria worked? When? And thank you, Mr. Concern, for just saying it the way it is. I don't want to go tribal, but it is what it is. Not until you rein in those Fulani headsmen who are in all your government, Nigeria is going nowhere. They are in the banks, they're in security, they're in real estate, they're in aviation, they're in transportation, they're in the seaports. You are in a total lockdown. Now, when you go to bed at night, just figure out how you think you're going to escape from that. My answer to you is there is no way out. Generations have come and gone. Your generation will come and go. The one after you will come and go, and we'll keep going through this mourning and groaning. And then until the weakest among us will go, will pay, and then more weak ones will come on. So at the end of the day, you got to fight for yourself and make yourself happy. That is why I always celebrate myself. Because tomorrow is promised. Yes, dear.
Madam Luke, just 30 seconds. Let me say this.
Please.
You know, you've painted a picture of hopelessness for Nigeria. You are not alone. We all know about this. But somehow, some people somewhere felt that the only way they can let them go away and be on their own. I mean, I don't. That is for people to, even a professor Oguntaye, to be advocating this. They've had it up to here the way they talk. It's so Nigeria. Look, do you know that this law debate sometimes since 2010 people have been saying it, yet more than 12 years now or 14 years now is getting worse. So people felt that those that can see tomorrow, they just felt that, look, is it not better we stay on our own? And not that when they go, it becomes a Dorado, but they can now micromanage a small problem. For instance, like according to Professor Akintoye, he said nobody can come and invade Yoruba land and start to slaughter them again on the basis of one Nigeria. So that alone is enough reason for them to preserve their civilization. And so with other people, that's what I'm trying to put in. Thank you.
Okay, you're right. And I will just say quickly, I repeat, if you cannot micromanage yourself where you are now, it's not hopeful. What is wrong with, okay, you are Odua, get like minds in your state, start doing things together, but all you have are pockets of dissent. Even in the Biafra, you have this faction. You see Oduduwa now, one faction, this faction. When are you going to agree to do something? When are you going to agree to do something? Over 300 languages and tribes? And then when you are just by yourself, another one will now come and oppress the other one, backed up by some Fulani headsmen. You see, I don't see it happen. They would not want contract killers, Fulani headsmen, to come and oppress themselves. And then yes.
Madam, look, if you permit me just for 10 seconds.
We're only 6 here or 7. I think.
Yeah, thank you. See, the division you are bringing out, yes, it does exist. That's a fact. But it's being perpetrated much more by the government and not by the people. Because Nigeria is not fixable. If it is fixable, even if the groups internally, the Yoruba people, the Biafrans, the Edos, the other part of Nigerians, the Jaws and everything, if it is fixable within them, there will be no need for separation or the call for separation in the first place. It is not fixable. And it is being perpetrated by the government. Yes, they are dissidents. You call them dissidents among each and every tribe. We have them. And you cannot discard that. They are there. But they are not enough to stop the movement. They are not. They are just in the minority. They are a group of dissidents that should be taken care of. And they will be eventually.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. On that note, I yield because I don't want to repeat myself again. Charity begins at home. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Luke. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thanks for your submission. All right, let's see if Give Us a Mandate can speak now.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Thank you very much. Maybe, you know what, let the person that come behind me go, and then once they are done, I'll be ready by then. Sorry, I'm in the middle of something.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
But you need to be coming down, or you need to be coming down. If not, we'll push it from come up for defense. You need to be coming down.
Thank you. All right, let me come to Oga Osita. Thank you very much for your time with us today. Good evening to you once again. Please talk to us, sir.
Hi, good evening, everyone. And good evening, Liam. Liam is a very good friend of mine, on platforms.
Thank you, sir.
Although I didn't start, following you guys initially because I just came and saw you are live, and I saw the link and I decided to get in. But from the little of what I've seen, heard from the conversations people are having, first of all, I want to put it out there that what makes agitation for separation seem like a crime is the approach in which the people who spearhead those movements administer it. If you look here in the UK, the Scottish people, they are seeking referendum. They've actually had 2 referendums conducted, conducted here in the UK. They didn't have to shoot guns. They just followed a democratic process. The truth is, most people in Nigeria, if not in recent times, didn't even know what referendum was about. The most peaceful way of dissociating yourself from a state as a people is through referendum. And how is that done? It's done through your representatives, your state assemblies, House of Representatives, your senators. So if I ask on this platform now, if the answer will certainly be nil, because I can't remember any representative of the Igbo people on the floor of the Senate in most recent times, in the past 5 years, 6 years, standing up and trying to move a motion for referendum and self-determination to actually become implementable in Nigeria. So that tells you that the way we are going about it is not absolutely the right way. Because for me, there's nothing wrong about wanting self-determination, because it is also part of freedom. Just the same way it is your right to get into a house, get into a property, get into a bus. Nothing stops you from, if you wanted to get out of a union, there should be a means of opting out. Every door that has an inlet should have an exit. Do you not agree? So now that comes back to what is our, first of all, level of awareness. Number 2, how representative is our representation? And this brings us back again to election. Are we actually electing people who carry our interest at heart? If the Igbos, if we truly want to segregate from Nigeria, we must have to get our politics right, even in the Southeast, to start with. So if you're not able to count 1, it will be very difficult to count 97. And that's what I think. Unless people who are at the local level communities start understanding what is at stake for them, what they want, how to go about what they want, I can tell you, the clamor for self-determination is as far away from us as a million years. Do I want to get out of Nigeria? Probably not. Why? Because I believe there are lots of advantages in all of us being together. But even in these advantages, numerous opportunities, only few are able to tap in to those opportunities. People don't feel like things are equitable. People do not feel like things are fair and just. And where you have people feeling cheated, there will constantly be agitation. So we need to go back to the drawing board. If we do not get our local governments to start functioning, community to start functioning, if we do not take our politics, electioneering seriously, then the segregation you're looking for is the one that you can only get through the barrels of the gun. I'm no coward, but I don't want to die for something that is not reasonable. That's how I would like to put it. Self-determination is a right that every group of people should have. No one should have to deny a people even that. There is nothing wrong with wanting to identify as Oduduwa. There is nothing wrong with wanting to identify as an Ijaw nation, or a Biafra nation, or an Igbo nation. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Just like there is nothing wrong with you answering your surname. And you know this hypocrisy people tell you first, you're Nigerian first. I think it's people just paying lip service most of the time, trying to be hypocritic. And so long as we maintain hypocrisy, so long as we do not tell ourselves the truth in the face, so long as we keep on pretending that all is well, all will never be well. Because anything built on lies will never last. And why do I say that? A lot of people might condemn someone like Simon Ekpa. I haven't appreciated a lot of things he's done in the most recent past. But I can tell you that there's been times when I listened to the man and he made sense. The same as Canon. So we will be lying to ourselves to say, oh, all the things they've said is wrong. No. Have they chosen a lot of wrong paths? Yes. Have they said some things that are right, that are very imperative, integral to the issues at hand? Absolutely yes. And absolutely yes. Why there is a lot of advantage in diversity, there can also be something you call a dangerous diversity. And that is when diversity is not properly managed. That is when diversity is not properly harnessed.
Oster, please, if you grant me 20 to 30 seconds, let me chip in this so that to sharpen what you are saying. Casey, what the analysis we are giving, I don't think it's not lost on so many of us, particularly somebody like Professor Banji Akintoye, who is leading Yoruba Church. Now, what I want to say is that Akintoye is telling Nigerians that he has applied. This is not armed. There's nothing like violence. He has told the president, written a letter that the Yorubas want to go away. That what he expecting, that what he expecting is that acknowledge the letter. Then when the federal government acknowledges the letter, the Yorubas will raise their own representative to go and sit down and iron out the way it should be. I'm coming. So in a situation, if the federal government behave like Buhari, because they've written this letter before, format just like a letter, and then decide to keep quiet, what do you expect Professor Banji Akintoye to do?
Please, what is the position of Professor Banji Akintoye in the Nigerian government system?
No. He's just leading a, what is it called? Elana Modua or something like that.
He's just, and is it a recognized government position?
No.
You don't have to. That is. You don't have to be. Or you don't have to hold a recognized government position before you start. We can go back to history over and over again. You know, people that stood up. You can if see the Nigerian Labor Union can start a group, right? That's why we have the civil organizations of Nigeria. It could be started by civil society. Okay, you don't have to be a commissioner or a member of the House of Rep. No, you don't have to be. However, it is important that the groups that are agitating for self-determination should also focus on the electoral process so that they can get as many as possible politicians or people of like-minded into the National Assembly. That is equally important. But this could be started as long as you are in Nigeria. Yes.
My dear friends, see, I absolutely agree with you in what you said. Listen, because there is something called freedom of information. There is also something called, I believe, freedom of approach. You are allowed to raise your concern as a citizen. But we know that in Nigeria is not a place where all citizens are equal. If an ordinary man in the street, where our plea, where you come to a city.
See, even the point
Hold on, please, just let me land. Can you just let me land on this, and that I could leave the floor.
Okay.
You've seen people do protests, and they turn the protest against them, arrest people. I can tell you that the only place that is fairly safe to raise any concern without getting shut down is on the National Assembly floors. And unless we drive this in like a screw to the wall into our minds, that you are agitating for segregation does not stop you from getting involved in the politics. Because you will not say because you are waiting for jollof rice or you're waiting for pepper soup.
Okay.
You will not eat soup.
Thank you.
That is what I'm saying. Let me leave the floor.
Thank you very much.
Niger Watch. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah,
Niger
please
Watch,
just let me say this on the last point raised by Mr. Osita. See, what you are saying, especially your last statement, in your closing statement now, is possible in a normal climate. Nigeria is not a normal society. The fact that you are sitting on the floor of the Nigerian National Assembly does not mean that what you will say there will hold, especially if you are not in the majority. We know that it will not hold in Nigeria.
See, then you must see that, which is exactly what I'm saying. You know, the thing is that we always look for, we want things to be done quickly. Nigeria was not formed yesterday. Nigeria was not formed by just, within a flip of finger. And you will not separate it with a flip of fingers. It's something that has to do with meticulous planning.
You see, I have a special case, which is Banji Akintoye. He has written a letter.
And I'm telling you, CM, and I acknowledge those letters. But do you think the president will look at those letters?
I'm coming. He said they are busy with the election. They don't have time to reply it. Now, there's no election coming. That's why he chose now to still send it to the commander-in-chief. Remember, Tinubu is Yoruba, he is Yoruba, and there are Yorubas in the house of, in the elected parliament. The question I'm asking is, this is a peaceful way. It's no violence. Just a letter say this is the reason why he stated it. That today
in the Nigerian sense,
I'm coming.
Right.
The Fulanis are still destroying them, killing them. He felt that the only thing they can do is to fight them back, but they don't want to fight. So they better go away. It's like somebody slapped you. Instead of you to slap back, you say, let me leave this place for him. Let me go somewhere else and stay. So you don't want trouble. He said so. So if they now decide, if the federal government did not reply him and kept quiet, are they helping the matter because of non-violence? That's my question.
Can I give you an instance? Please, Mr. Elvis, please, just this one statement, please. Can you imagine if for once, if someone like Akpabio, who is raising a motion for referendum, or someone like Oshomole, or someone like Ali Ndume, or someone like someone who used to be as recognizable as Senator Ike Ekweremadu, what do you think will be happening on the floors? Nigeria will start shaking.
That will never
My
happen.
brother, can I say something?
Can I
say something, please?
You are not answering the question.
Can I
My
say
question
something,
is,
please?
if they fail to reply, you see, if I write a letter to you, Oster, I address it to you, I expect you to reply me. He wrote it to the CEC. If the CEC decide not to reply him, because he knows where, Akintoye is not a small boy. He's a meritorious professor of history, well read. He knows what he's doing. He wrote a history of the Yorubas, a very massive book. So he knows his Yoruba people inside out, more than any of us here. So if the president refuses to reply to him, that's what I'm asking. What do you expect Akintoye to do?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Can I contribute, please?
Oh, please. 30 seconds. I need to move on, please.
I want to tell this to my brother. Last 2 years or last 3 years, the people in the National Assembly, wanted those that are living abroad to vote, to include them. The former deputy speaker shut that thing down. These are House committee members from the South and Southeast. They said they want those abroad to vote. But you know what? These people that man shut it down. So that is how Nigeria is. Anything those people bring out, those people from there will shut it down. And nothing again will happen.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Give us a mandate. Are you available to speak now? Okay, you are still not there. Let's just move on. Madam Ifi, thank you very much, man, for your time with us today. We are giving our final submission right now. I'd like you to give us your final submission. We are doing for 5 minutes. Okay, she's not there as well. If I call anybody, answer within 2 seconds, I'll just move on. Mr. Jonathan, please, if you are there, give us your final submission, 5 minutes, sir. Thank you.
I am here.
Service. Okay. All right. Let her go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, Madam Ifi, please go ahead. 5 minutes. Thank you.
Sorry, guys. Good evening, everybody. I listened to Madam Luke when she spoke earlier. And honestly, I think we are all saying the same thing. But the only difference I can see is how we're going to come about this issue of separation. I didn't listen to Akintoye's interview. Maybe I will go back when we are done with this program and listen to it. And, we just keep saying the same thing over and over again. For the past few years, I think it's beginning to hit on people now that we don't have no option other than to, everybody go their ways. Nigeria is not working. It's not working. What are we going to do? We cannot even protest peacefully to challenge these people. There is no way we can ever say that there is no ending to this suffering. Let me say it. This is going to go on, and it has been going on for over since 1999, I think, when we got our independence, and this is more than how many years now, and we're still dealing with the same thing. Like I said earlier, Brother Evans, we borrowed a fresh 2-point-something million with 1% interest, and we are clapping. Everybody's happy. Calculate 1% of that 2-point-something billion dollars. We are not talking about naira. We are talking about $1 billion. That's a huge amount of money. Somebody said something here. Imagine if that money, if they invest that money building infrastructures in Nigeria. But even the oil, the only source of income for Nigeria or revenue for Nigeria, we don't even have enough oil to sell to other countries. In fact, I don't understand, honestly speaking. It's very, very overwhelming. I don't understand how these people go to sleep every night and don't think about the common man. They borrow the money to float naira to see if naira is gonna come down. But the same naira, the same dollar is the money you use to buy cars for the people in the House of Assembly. Did they not pay it in dollars? Did they pay it in naira? I don't know why we keep deceiving ourselves. We are not telling ourselves the truth that this is not gonna work for us. They've tried everything. When Tinubu, before he came to power, he is the master of everything. He fixed Lagos, he did this, he did that. Like I said earlier, I don't expect anybody to fix Nigeria. At the point where we are, Nigeria is unfixable. Honestly speaking, I don't think anybody has the equation or the arithmetic, to solve the problem. Our problem is unsolvable. Nobody can solve the problem of Nigeria. We are too big of a country. We are so much divided and we are united. So, like I said, the best way is everybody to go. And like you guys said, Akintoye said that. I mean, by the time we hear other people start speaking up, maybe it will begin to make sense to the people in the House of Assembly. It's very easy for us to go our separate ways, but it's just the greed among the people, the so-called elites or the so-called Nigerian leaders. I said it before, all it takes is the 5 Eastern governors to march to Aso Rock. If they go there tonight, and tell Tinubu, we want to have a meeting, we want to leave, there will be panic all over. I'm telling you, there will be panic. If they say that we are here to let you know that we are leaving, we don't want to be part of this establishment any longer. Trust me, Nigeria will be in a chaotic state. They will try to see what they can do to fix what is going on. But everybody's relaxed because what they are benefiting. Even if somebody wants to speak up, they call him and give him 100 million, the person will shut up. So thank you, Elvis. I don't know where we're heading to, but we'll see.
All right, Madam Ifi, yes, I don't know either, but let's continue to keep the hope alive as long as I'm not sure what we can do about it. So
we don't have hope. Again, I tell you, there is no country in this world that build their country by hoping. There is no hope for Nigeria. I don't like the word hope because we are hopeless at this point.
Okay, ma. Thank you. Madam Origin, thanks for calling back again. Please make it within a minute, please. Thank you.
Yeah, it's very brief. Please, oh, Madam Lo, good to see you. Hello. It's always good to have you in the panel. I hear you loud and clear. I want to add something to what you say. Good thing is that, please, all protocols observed have been here before. On what you said about, I hear this pain is real. Our pain is real. Our concerns are real. And when you come and you are asking, first thing is about the the different tribes that they are not in unity. I tell you, I give you experience from my village life. I lived in a community. I remember back in those days when things were a little better around 1983 when the government was, by the way, governance should be from the local government. Every rulership should come from the grassroots. But the difficult thing that we are having now is that there is even the grassroots is completely excluded from governance. Everything, they can't even get themselves together. They can't gather to say or to do things that they have been doing. I remember back in those days when the local governments were functioning, they will allocate money. I remember there is a small bridge that connected us to another town. The money came, it wasn't enough. They now called a meeting and taxed the villagers. The whole, 10 communities contributed, and they made it up and they built that bridge.
Thank you.
That is functioning system. So I believe that and I say the Benin City, I went back in those days. When you read history, sometimes I say I like Edo because it's attached to Benin. That is where you have the first electricity. I remember when I came to this country, America. I remember one of the old mamas told me when their own electricity came. So there has been
all right. Thank you, ma'am.
In that country before this evil came to us.
All right. Thank you.
That if they buy this thing, we can still
Thank you.
breathe. They need to disseminate.
Thank you.
Let's see how we can help ourselves.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Darrow.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much, people. I appreciate you all. I'd like us to quickly move on to the next person. I cannot. This is frozen right now. Okay, Augustine, please give us a final submission. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Niger Watch. Let me.
5 minutes.
Oster has left. I should have said that Oster is the chap I learned who said you can rig yourself into power, but you cannot rig yourself out of poverty. So whenever I quote it, is that Oster I'm referring to. I'm sorry, I should have said so. So what I'm trying to, in rounding up, what I want to say is this. I agree with P2B that the highway, or what they are building, they call it, is it not Lagos to Calabar? The one they don't forgotten the name they gave it. That is highway to fraud. Chaguri and Chaguri is Tinubu's friend. Chaguri and Chaguri is Sani Abacha's friend. These are people that they steal money, they give it to Chaguri to wash it and then bring it in again. So we know what Chaguri is not unless somebody who is below the age of 20 won't hear the name Chaguri. During Abacha's time, Chaguri was everywhere. They bidded all the privatization they were doing. So Tinubu followed the same. Is his man. By the way, let's look at the merit of the case, as P2B said. All over the 6 geographical zones, there are litany of roads. Some are abandoned, some not maintained. Why not maintain them? Why? Use that money to maintain those roads. Why are you going to borrow money again that will be paid in about maybe 50 years? You are borrowing the future of your great-great-grandchildren. So to me, that is just fraud. It's just a way to recoup money they must have spent during the election, the one they gave Mahmoud, the one they used to buy the judges and all those things. All these are just, it's so brazen, it's so open. Even the blind can see it. There is no need for that. There is escaping from Lagos. There are so many there are roads. You go through Badagry, you go through Ota, you go through Ikorodu. There are many roads, and there's one you now pass, you bypass a toll gate. I think there are so many. And Lagos being a seaport, it has access to going out. So when the moment, even if you do the east-west road that Jonathan couldn't complete, that's okay. I mean, what is the meaning of all this from Lagos? Then you abandon east-west road, you are starting a fresh one. And then to who? To Chaguri. Now listen to this. According to Dave Umar, he said Chaguri has a track record of doing something like that. It doesn't matter. Do an open bidding. Person will go come first, he go still come first. That is what people are asking. You do an open bidding, you call for tender. Everybody will participate. In the end, even if Chaguri wins, fair enough, you satisfy that requirement. Then for you to blindly just give the man at his own terms, whatever he agrees on, then you start to tell us the importance. Every road must have importance. Even if you want to connect the road from my village to heaven, I will tell you the importance. It means I will be seeing God anytime I want to go and see God in heaven. I go in and come back. No hold up. So there are all these things that talk. You see, that is just fraud. And if they should allow this to happen, I wonder. Atiku raised it before. They thought it's mainly because of Atiku. Now Peter B gave a detailed sort of rebuttal about where the money can be. And even okay, Lagos Ibadan Expressway, has it been finished? No. If Ibadan Road, what of Ibadan Ogbomosho Ilori? Is it so good? Has they done that? What of Akure? I mean, is it Ore, Ondo, then to Akure, going through Ife? Is that going through Iloluji? Is that good? It's not. Then you come to the east. There are so many. Look at East-West Road in the south-south. Nothing to write home about. Benin, Sapele, Auchi, that will link it to Lokoja. Is this so good? Can't it be dualized? Can't it be made better? Nothing. Then you go to the middle belt. You go to, I mean, what nonsense are they telling us? So it's just a way to steal money, and they must be stopped by every means possible. By the way, you don't do this type of project and and hope that you borrow money. Look at it. By the time you finish it, he said the toll should be that 3,000 for toll. So to pass, you pay 3,000. They've checked it that if they do it, they toll it. What sort of arithmetic is that? Something that we've not said that if they finish, they put 3,000. How can it be? What sort of nonsense is that? Well, I'm so sorry that if Nigerians keep quiet, well, anyway, the future is mortgaged already. So I now know why people. In fact, I have to be following Nigeria closely because of this Banji Akintoye's letter. Such a man, I don't take him for granted. The way he spoke and the interview shows me that the man knows more than he's going to say. Such people cannot just dabble into anything without even knowing the beginning and the end. So to him, I feel that yes. Otherwise, why is it so difficult? Organize a referendum and defeat Banji Akintoye. That's all. He may be saying it. People will say, oh no, we don't want it. Organize a referendum. Banji Akintoye's strategy is different from that of Simon Ekpa. It's different from Nnamdi Kanu. Let's leave those ones. This one that wrote a letter stated their case. That is why they want to leave. Why can't people ask, why is it that up till now, Fulanis are still slaughtering people in the southwest? Thank you very much, Niger Watch. Thank you. Let me leave it here.
Okay. Thank you, Augustine. God bless you.
Mr. Elvis.
Oh, yes.
Can you hear me? I'm ready now if you want to allow me.
Okay, your line is not very clear though.
It's not clear?
I don't know what you're... we can hear you, but we are struggling.
Oh, really?
Okay, go ahead. I think we can manage this. Go ahead. Talk to us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Sorry for the long excuse. So I mean, well, to the panelists, thank you everyone for your wonderful submissions. It's been always interactive and then engaging to come here. I think the person that spoke before Dr. CM and then that my brother that I was speaking earlier, I think he himself said some things that actually just is making his submission and then also alluding to the fact that Nigeria cannot work as a country. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So he himself makes submission, and then also allude to the fact that Nigeria cannot work as a country together unless we go our various ways. Before now, the cry has been there, and it's just so profound now that this country cannot work together. The best is just let the country let the people just go. Whoever chose to leave, let them leave. This is like a forceful marriage. The country as it stands today it keeps going down. And I keep saying it here. We have seen the worst of the worst in the last election. Now you now have a criminal drug baron with other people, other criminals, and you think this country can change? No. There's nowhere in the world where you see where criminals change their country. No, there is nowhere in the world where criminals would get to powers and tell that they will change their country. It has never happened. And not this man that is there now. He cannot do it. He's there for himself and his family. Now we are talking about Chaguri, the bagman of Abacha. Lagos to Calabar Road is another SPV. Lagos to Calabar Road, it is another SPV. Little you wonder that Lagos Ibadan Express Road was is in the budget. They see have it in the budget. This one doesn't allude to that. So these old men, these criminals, they are bent on not doing anything for their country. That is they cannot do anything for the country. For me, no criminal, no drug baron, no attorney that stole from his client in a foreign country will ever do anything for the people. No Senate president that stole NDC money would do good for his country. No vice president that sponsors Boko Haram allegedly would do anything good for the country. No, these guys are bent on not doing anything for Nigeria. Let Nigerians go. Whoever chose to leave, let them leave. Let them leave. Governance is not rocket science. To govern a country, you don't need, it's not a rocket science. It is just very easy. It is very, very easy. But these guys are making it so difficult. I mean, you had the honorable that came here, that came to market Obaseki, and either to demarket elsewhere or to market him, I don't know. You heard what he said yesterday. The ruling class, the elite class, those intimidating words, making it see that if you are not in government, you cannot do anything. You cannot lead. That is just an honorable, maybe a local government councillor, or maybe a chairman saying that. So for me, Nigeria as it stands today cannot work. Let whoever wants to go their way. Enough of this wickedness. Okay, now Elabe is on the run. How did Buhari? How were they able to bring in Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria? How? And Bello is on the run, according to them, the senior criminal looking for the young criminal. If they can bring in Nnamdi Kanu from a foreign country, Bello will not even know if he has left Nigeria or is in Nigeria. They know what they are doing. Everything is about legitimacy, and they cannot get it. Nigerians, You are the owner of your country. Take your country back from these people. Lagos-Calabar Road is under STV. They will loot and loot and loot until they have no more energy to loot. Let's arise and save our country. Enough of these shenanigans. These wicked men. Will they take money to their grave? I don't know. But there's no criminal, much more a drug baron that has done anything good for their country. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Thank you. Give us a mandate. Thanks for your submission. I appreciate you. Okay, let me come to Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Jonathan, please, I'd like you to give us your final submission. 5 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. Thanks to all the panelists. I greet everyone there. I just want to say this. I think the lady, one of the ladies in our midst, I think is Madam Ife also. She said something, and I agree with this. She said she ate hope. I don't know whether that was the exact word that she used, but she said she disliked hope in Nigeria using that word. I agree. That word hope and that word assurance, I assured you, in Nigeria, you see, I hate it passionately. Why? I mean, when it comes to Nigeria, when it is being used in the context of Nigeria, especially by Nigerian politicians or even Nigerian media, you see, that word, whenever I hear it, I know that deception is not far away. Once you hear hope, once you hear assured, just look around. Deception is in the midst. Deception is right there, hanging around it. So whenever I hear the word hope, whenever I hear the word assured, in fact, it gives me more impetus to look deeper, even go back to listen again, because I know somewhere in that statement, there is one deception there. All you need to do is just look, listen and look. You will pinpoint that deception. It will be there. Nigerians can't use the word hope the way that word is. Hope and assured. They use it to deceive, deliberately to deceive Nigerians. And it has been working for them. Hope. Because people can easily fall for that word. When you hear hope, there is still hope. When people are down and you said, okay, the Messiah has come, I assured you.
Mr. Jonathan, sir.
Yes.
To second what you said, I mean, we have a sitting governor today. His name is Hope, right?
Yes.
But everything he's doing, does it give hope to the people in the state, for example?
When you look around that's everything is all deception and lies. So I have come to that conclusion sometimes around last year. I try to avoid it. Even in my personal life, it has I have become conscious of it. When I use the word assured, hope, I will try to look for another word. When I'm talking and I get there and the word hope wants to come out of my mouth, or the word assured, I will kind of, simmer down a little bit and try to look for another word to rephrase it. I don't like using it, especially when you are talking about Nigeria. They have bastardized that word. They have used it to continue to enslave people and to deceive Nigerians. See? So my brother that called earlier, joined the panel earlier, I listened to him and I kind of have the sense that perhaps, if you understand the way the Nigerian National Assembly works, you won't even go there at all. You won't even go there at all. The Nigerian National Assembly is like the ruling party, or the majority party is the alpha and the omega there. If you are a minority, you are, in fact, effectively, you are useless. The minority party is useless because they don't play it the way they should. It is the majority that decide the agenda. That is how the rule is set. Anywhere in the world, most cases, But there is always a day that they will set aside that today they will take in everything that the minority wants to discuss on the floor. They will bring it in, and that's what they will debate on. Have you ever seen that in Nigeria? They don't give the minority party any chance to speak. And if they are going to give the minority party any chance to speak, they will have vetted it. They will have discussed it back door before that day, before they will now present it on the floor. So they don't stand a chance at all. Even if you have, those lawmakers that really want to go for that, it's not there. They can't do it. So the only way to happen is that, first of all, you must get majority, which means that you must be the ruling party, kind of, before you can even stand on the floor of the. So to use that route is effectively dead on arrival in the scheme of things in Nigeria. It can't work. That you are looking for the time when you will see a senator or a rep that will stand up and call for a referendum. It is next to impossible. It's in the Nigerian political scheme, terrain as it stands right now. Mr. Elvis, I will leave it at that. I really want to talk about one of the topics that you presented today, the Naira abuse. The EFCC, going after those that are abusing the Naira, rather than going after the real thieves,
politicians, yes,
the real politicians, wasting time. You see, I just see the EFCC as a bulldog that the ruling class, the ruling party, just use at their own whims and caprices. That's all. The EFCC is not even doing the job that they are mandated to do. It's just like they are just EFCC.
Sir, don't also forget that the head of the EFCC today now is a pastor. Don't forget that too.
We have Ruga there now. We have Oshibaju there for 8 years. That was just effectively useless, doing nothing. He's a pastor too, because he's still a pastor. He was there for 8 years. So once they get there, the EFCC is just like a dog. They just, you have your dog. You can bring out your dog, whenever you like. You bring out your dog. Sometimes people boast with their dog. Sometimes people parade their dog. It gives you a sense of power. You feel kind of, you can control a space with your bulldog. Or you go with your dog to the park. And because you have that bulldog, there is a kind of protection that you get. People who know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. That's how they use the EFCC in Nigeria. Because EFCC is doing nothing. It's just like a bulldog that you bring out whenever you want to harass.
All right. Thank you.
Anyway, Mr. Elvis, because there's no way you talk about Nigeria. In fact, you want to get to a point where you just have to minimize your words, because there is no kind words to talk about Nigeria, especially when you are talking about this corruption and all these things, all over the place. But anyway, Mr. Elvis, I really appreciate it, and thanks for the privilege, the opportunity. I greet all the panelists. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Oga Jonathan. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, let's hear from Oga Consign. Oga Consign, give us a final submission. The last person on the panel will be Madam Luke. Oga Consign, you have 5 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you once more again. I greet us protocols observed. Mr. Elvis, I feel for you want one Nigeria, good Nigeria. All of us want one Nigeria, good Nigeria. But when that one Nigeria and one good Nigeria is not working, it becomes a problem. All of us cannot die in one place. For those who think that if they have their own state, it cannot work, let me start by this. The time with this useless politics came, before it came, in Imo State, when the 419 started, there was a time they said one small boy, they cut his head off one small boy. You know what happened? Some people, we believe that people believe that they were doing 419. They were building houses. big houses and all, which we think that you are not working anything. My brother, the whole state, what rise up and they start destroying the houses because we don't know where the source of their money is coming from. But those kind of things, you can't do it now because of these politics now. This kind of thing, you can't do it now. The place, but if, for example, we have a country again called, let's say, Biafra, my brother will do it again. But for now, you can't do it because if you want to do it now, the federal government will bring their police and not the military. But if, for example, we have our own country, we'll do it. Everybody knows the people who are, for example, even Deta Manini, and he was terrorizing Benin people. You think if that Anini is terrorizing people again in Benin, you think it can be stopped by now? It can't. It will take time before it can start. It can stop because now Nigeria have sycophants and hypocrites. It is those people who are on top that are destroying all the whole states. Is them that are destroying all, are destroying all the whole, they are destroying all the whole places. So that is how it is. I don't see the way that we, if any country, sorry, Mr. Davis, I have a question, please. Let me talk later. Hello, come.
All right. Thank you, Oga Kusan. Thank you. Mute yourself, please. Oh. All right. Madam Luke, thank you, man. Please give us a final solution. Yes, sir.
Mr. Elvis.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Mr. I'll get back 5 minutes, right?
Yes, okay, I'll come to you.
I'll get 5 minutes, right?
Yes, I said I'll come to you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. All right, Mother Luke, please, your final submission, man. Thank you.
Okay. Final. So we are still on this agitation for everybody go their way. And I am so tickled anytime I hear that word referendum. Who is going to give you referendum? So when you want to leave, the most viable society, part of the society, keeping the masters happy will be let to go. And so that they will start eating themselves, Abi. You the smoke, Igbo? You the chop in their hand? What makes you think that Pharaoh will let the Nigerian Egyptians go? Who is going to give you referendum? Who? People that are already employing Shagori to pay for 2027 election. And we are talking about referendum. We're not serious. Like I said, and Mr. What's his name said it? Mr. Osita Dima. Where is the sense of self-determination in the average Nigerian? You know, when you say, see, I was just Googling I was trying to find out where anywhere in the world a drug baron has ruled any country. I couldn't find any. But the biggest West African supplier of drugs, number 8, the world drug peddlers, is Nigeria, number 8. And you wonder why we have such a record. And this is the same place where you have the second largest movie producing industry in the world. The second largest. And we're talking about referendum. And this referendum given on a platter of gold. Just like Buhari dribbled for 8 years, Tinubu is going to dribble for 8 years, because if there's anything Tinubu is good at, it's ignoring people. You will be duly ignored. And we'll keep mourning and meeting in our side meetings and doing whatever we need to do. Like I said, you don't have no self-determination. If you had self-determination, it will start from your local government. But like Mr. Jonathan rightly said, and everybody rightly said, everybody's bought. You can't even tell the Jews from the Gentiles in Nigerian politics. Can you imagine they are doing this to Ganduje and Yahaya Bello of APC? Then you can imagine what they will do to people from other parties. And you are talking about referendum. We are not serious. Like Mr. Ife said, hopelessness is not a curse. It is a reality. Because when you don't know how to fight for what is yours, even in the place of abuse, it's like living in an abusive marriage and a relationship. You just sit down there and you take everything until you buy. you've done your part because you were trying and you were begging for amicable divorce. You were begging for dialogue. You were begging for this. No good thing ever came peacefully. Especially when you're dealing with people like drug peddlers who have no conscience. The only thing they understand is money and power. And you are looking for a referendum. On that note, I say good luck. I'm not part of that dream. I'm not part of that dream. I want a Nigeria that works. It's not working. But what you're going to get in the alternatively, it's not going to work either. Because you don't have the caliber of people.
Okay, Madam
Thank you.
Luke.
Yes,
All
Mr.
right.
CM. We don't have the caliber of people to lead those settlements.
We want Nigeria to work. What haven't we done? Look at P2B, the effort we made to push P2B across the line. So, which means we now give up and everybody stay.
Which line did we cross?
P2B, the real thing now, he didn't immobilize people, but then the thing was switched off. What else do you want the people to do?
You get out on the streets. You don't wait for Judiciary. Senegal did it.
Ordinary to protest for hunger. Ordinary to protest for hunger. Did they do it? Not the 2 days everybody. Then they cool down.
Can we move on?
Mr. Elvis, let me finish my distance submission.
No, your time is over, Ogako-san.
I don't want to now.
Here. Okay, you remain 1 minute, sir. You cannot leave.
No, it's about 3 minutes now, my brother. Today that have time to join.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So what I'm saying in effect is this. Madam Luke, we know your concern. But at the end of the day, would we continue, all of us continue to stay together and one people are controlling us, one people are buying us?
No, I mean you need to fix your area first and be strong before you think of agitation.
Thank you. That's why we Biafrans, we have been fighting all this for a long time. It depends on other people to fight for their right, to fight. Understand? We know that whenever other nations start fighting now, they will find a way to put this in so that they can start buying them. But let me tell you, if everybody resolve with one mind that you want to go, everybody want to go, or even 3 nations want to leave, it will surely come through. It will surely. Let me tell you, many countries that have been on their own, they are at least, even if they don't have money, if they're not too rich and too wealthy, but at least they're living peacefully. People are having a peace of mind when they look. Let me tell you, I've been to some African countries which are moving, which are progressing. Not that the way that even Nigeria is not progressing. The only people progressing in Nigeria are the criminals. There's no good progress in Nigeria. A place that, okay, let me say example. Go to Botswana, go to Namibia. If you go that place, honestly speaking, you not even like to come to Britain. A British daughter came to Namibia when they were independent and they gave him a job. Let me that man run quick and bring his family down to Namibia. Namibia is like America. It's a small country of 2 million, 2.20 million.
All right.
You see, what happens is this: if the institutions are there, working effectively, how it's supposed to work, you will enjoy it. You will enjoy, even if it's only a door, you will enjoy it, and people will live happily. People are not living happily in Nigeria. People are not happy.
Thank you, sir.
You stay in a marriage, you are not happy. You can't have rest.
Thank you, Ogako-san. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Give us give us your final submission, 5 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Harris. I appreciate your time and then all that you do. Thank you so very, very much. Well, I think on my final submission, right? Mr. Peter Obi did not just speak for speaking sake. No, he knows what he was saying about that project, Lagos-Calabar road. I mean, it's another way to that's a nice feel, like I said earlier, another way to launch and then to steal. And if you look at what is happening, right? Obasanjo, we believe, probably did some things when he was there. But if you look at what is happening today, most of these guys they learn from that man. Now, OD was raised to the bare minimum that by Obasanjo administration. Look
All right, we can't hear you
Now,
anymore. Give us a mandate. We can't hear you.
can you hear me now?
Okay, yes, go ahead.
Sorry, I think a call was trying to come in. Sorry about that. So, for me, as we are today, the only way to save this country is just for the people to arise and take their country back. The people are the one that will arise and determine what they choose to do with the country. Because no country on earth runs like this. Nations don't run like this. Nations don't run like how these guys are running Nigeria. And they know what they are doing. It's just that doing the right thing, for me, I don't know that's a problem for them. They know what they are doing. But the Nigerians are just, they are convenient in their suffering and in their abusive marriage. Because, for example, if you look at what is happening in those states, imagine somebody told you that the way the past husband treated you as a wife, that's how he is going to treat you if he gets there also as a husband. And you are saying, oh, that's the person we want him. Eh? Obaseki was a former husband. Aswe is probably, I know he cannot win the election, but I mean, for example, if he happen to win the election, he's a new husband. He's gonna trade on the same path that Obaseki trade as a former husband, and then maltreat Edo life as a wife. And that's what Nigerians keep suffering from the hands of these leaders. Buhari told Nigerians that Tinubu will continue from where he stops. Buhari, former husband, Tinubu now is the criminal. This one is even now worse, the criminal husband to a wife called Nigeria. And Nigeria is suffering pepper in the hands of this criminal husband. That is how the scenario is just is. So for me, Nigerians, you are the one that will arise and take your country back. Mr. Elvis, thank you very much for what you always do. God bless you and your family. Mama Diaspora, we greet you. Thank you very much. Abuaze, Madam Irene Finest, thank you all, everyone for holding for. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Black Panther, you're just coming in. Good evening to you, sir. Please, I'll give you same 5 minutes. Just talk to us. Let's run down.
Yeah. Sorry for coming late. I just heard some little things from Madam Luke. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all for speaking truth to power. And I want to thank all the commenters, all other protocols observed. I want to thank especially our mother. Thank you for what you are doing. May God bless you. I want to address one issue. Everybody is talking the same thing, but from different angle. But one person is contradicting everybody, and that's Madam Luke. Madam Luke, you have not made up your mind on the way forward for Nigeria.
There's no way now. I've said it now.
You said there's a way that everybody should go back and work in his own state, which is not. It's just like you are telling the farmers to go back to the farm. Wait. Let me describe what
you misunderstood me. I said go and work on yourself first before you think of agitation.
Nigeria cannot work on itself again. Nigerians do not need to work on itself.
So
we know the solution. Madam,
who is going to lead you to this side of the rabbit?
Madam, agitation is not compulsory.
Once your 5 minutes is over, I will end you, please.
Madam, look, let me finish am so that you can understand. Madam, look, understand. When I finish, you can understand what they talk. Madam, look, agitation requires only one person. Even when the Israelites were coming out of Egypt, they revoke when they got to a certain point. Madam, look, hold on, relax. You don't argue. You don't fight for school before for Nigeria. May they lock you up. So the problem is that one person will lead and the others will learn and they will follow. And when they follow, they'll get what they are looking for. Because everybody eyes is open. We've seen everything that is happening. The only option that we have not tried, I am still banking on that option. And if we try that option, we might have a way settling all the loopholes. And Nigeria will stick with the jump started and it will work. It's for us to sit down and throw our ego away and through our all the signage we have put on our car that this is the heartbeat of the nation, this is the trash of the nation, should be taken off, and let us sit down and navigate this ship by converging to hold a constitutional conference, or we start on GJ conference. That is one part that we have not done before. And Nigeria have not sat down to write a constitution for themselves before, after the amalgamation. We've not done it. We've not done it. And we need to exhaust every available option, which this option that I've spoken, we've not really gone to this option. And because of that, that is why we're having this agitation. Even because of our professor who wrote a lot of things about the history of the Yoruba, it is because we have not sat down. It is because they trash GJ Constitutional Conference. It is because of that. That is why he went forward. That this we cannot hold it anymore. That's why he pushed forward for his own people. That is, he's still trying to tell me in my spirit that if we go that trajectory, we can still have a light under the tunnel right there. Because we need to exhaust every available thing before we can move forward to conclude and run a conclusion in our experiment to say we can therefore go our separate way. Without us not doing that, we are giving them room to drag us back again. That we have not tested a new constitution before. Let us do it. That is another way we can, because the Fulani does not want to separate. The Hausa does not want to separate.
Who will give you that constitution?
Look, Madam, no matter whether they not give us, they give us, that is their own only option, and that is our own option that we put on the table. Because if they stand on their own option, it will lead to the division of the country. There's no way they can stand on their trajectory they are standing now. It will divide. But the only option they have, and we have two options. The only option they have is for us to bring up the new constitution, and that will succor us in the south. So let's try this and let us see if it will give us a way forward. That is the two things that I came here to bring, because we have two options. They have one option. If they don't agree to that part of our option, then let us go. That is the thing now. If they don't agree, let us go. But if they agree, we in the south are ready to play ball, because we want a strong nation. We want, the number counts a lot. The numbers matters a lot. Your population matters a lot. We will not be like Kuwait that Iraq wanted to occupy. We don't want to be like that. We want to be a strong, virile nation. That is why I don't concur with nations going in 5 million stemming. No, we don't want that. Africa is too weak. We need the population to move forward. But if we don't have it, even if we want to break up, it should be two nations, the South and the West. We don't want to break up in fragments. It will not work. Thank you, Mr. Najawad.
Anyway, if you check it, I appreciate every one of you anyway. If you check it, everybody is complaining. Madam Luke is complaining to the left-hand side. I'm complaining to the right. You are complaining to the west. The other one is complaining to the north, or whatever. Everybody is still complaining for the same thing. It's just in a different dimension. Everybody. If Nigeria was good, you see Madam Luke complaining, you see Black Panther complaining. You won't see me complaining or Gassiem and all that. So we might not follow the same route, but we all are complaining. It's the truth. We all are complaining. It's just in a different dimension. It's crazy. It's crazy. Nothing is working in Nigeria. The last time I checked, let me just check now as I'm talking. I want to check the rates now. Like I told you guys before, I like to check UK rates. I don't know this dollar 18. I'll say dollar increase or decrease.
It don't go up again, no.
Okay, Naira is better now, right?
No, better for where the better. It don't go up.
Let me just check now.
Check them now.
Oh my God, yes. It went up again now. It's now 1,510.
So that is the banana economy. That's what they're giving us.
May we wait now. Next week it will come down again.
We are not producing now. If you come down, there's no way out.
Shaguri will give us some.
Oh, wow. It's very sad. Very, very sad. So for me, I don't have any issue when anybody is complaining because the situation of the country is affected the poor, same time affected the rich. Yes, that's the truth. It's crazy. But let's keep our fingers crossed. Maybe Nigeria somehow, someday, that rightful leader that we all are fighting for will come in and help us all. I wish they allow Peter Obi to rule. Maybe by now our complaints would have reduced.
Mr. Naija Watch.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Naija Watch. The problem not be the real leader. The problem now the Arewa group. If they submit, say we want this country to be great, everything would go smoothly.
And that means you are begging them now, right?
And Moku beg them for if they go agree. Moku beg them.
Your statement is too degrading. I don't like that. You are begging
not be say degrading. It's funny, but I'm not saying we should beg them. I'm not saying we should beg them right like that outrightly.
They beat you where you they complain.
No, you don't understand me. I'm not saying we should beg them like begging.
No, you just use the word. If they submit that Nigeria should be great, Nigeria will be great. Now you are begging them.
I am not begging them now. That is the treaty that is happening now. They are holding the military. They are holding the military.
For me, that submission is I don't just.
They are
like
holding the military. The military that is supposed to be defending the country, they are holding it.
You are continuing to give your oppressor credit. I beg, go make Nigeria work for us. I beg. I don't like that. They are holding
Naija Watch. I am not giving credit to them. I'm telling what they are done and what they are still doing.
You say if they agree.
If they agree, because it takes two to agree.
That's what I'm saying. If they agree for Nigeria to be better, what's that? What does that mean?
You know why I say
you know the person that is oppressing you. You are expecting them to agree someday for the country to be better, yeah, right?
It is a gentleman word that I'm using now.
Okay.
I'm not using a forceful word. It's a gentleman word I'm using.
You use a gentleman word to dialogue with the drug baron.
We don't have any other option to use gentleman word. Do you want any other thing?
Choice because
Mr. Black Panther.
He's not a gentleman.
Mr. Black Panther, you know that we already have a cultural conference which was organized by Jonathan. Where is that conference? Where is that the result of that?
That is what I am saying now. I am still saying if they agree. If they agree with that, we'll go ahead. If they don't agree, we'll go our separate way.
My brother, these people are very greedy. They are enjoying from this the rot in Nigeria. They enjoy from all these problems in Nigeria, and they cannot agree. That's the problem. If that conference comes today, everybody will be happy. Everybody wants to be in Nigeria, but you can't be in Nigeria where some people are fighting some people.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you. I don't really want to cross 5 hours today, up to 5 hours today. If you check it for the past 2 weeks now, we are doing 6 hours. I was planning for us to round up just 3 hours today. So yeah, I appreciate every one of you anyway. Thank you. Time is never enough for us on this platform. Even though we want to talk for 10 hours, there are people that are willing to stay. If you talk, you go, another person will still come in, will continue. That's one thing. Remember during the time of election, we were here for 12 hours, we were doing a bit 10 hours. So sometimes we do 16 hours. People were always there. Why some will go home and sleep and come back and say, oh, you guys are still here. So we're doing that. But now, Edo State election is coming. I believe that might also become a hectic thing for all of us on this platform. So let's gather our energy to prepare for that. I appreciate every one of you, my people. Don't forget on Sunday, 7 p.m., one of the governorship candidates, top 3, will be joining us. But I'll release his name by Thursday. So probably then we'll take it from there. I appreciate you all, my people. Thank you very much for your time with us. Every one of you that supported the channel today, I appreciate every one of you. And God bless you all. Thank you so much. I do like Wash. I'm Maka Fojebi, Michael Ganamaro, Peggy Mode. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Peter Ife, Mr. Joseph Oji, Sue Berry, Ijidima, and CXL. And God bless my people. I'm really, really grateful for all you guys are doing. And for those of you that are always supporting us, sharing our videos, joining the panel, calling in, liking our videos. Listen, guys, it's a collective effort. It's a collective effort. I can't do it by myself, and you cannot do it by yourself. So we all are joining our head together to do what we are doing here today. Nobody likes to be talking every day. Nobody likes to engage in repetitive conversation every day. Nobody like it because it's too repetitive what we're doing here. But fortunately, we have government that doesn't care about us. So we're just here. I'm doing my part. Anybody listening to me, hoping that, or rather thinking that, oh, Mr. Elvis can do more, then just continue from where I stop, or for where my sense reach. You continue from there. You can do better, or you think that any of my panelists is not doing it to how you expect them to do it. Continue from where they stop, because that is why we all are Nigerians. We want Nigeria to work. You can't sit in your comfort zone and be directly blaming us here that we didn't say it well, we didn't do it well, we didn't. You continue from there. Put in your effort. If Nigeria get better through you, every one of us will benefit from it. If you get better through us, every one of us is also going to get benefit from it. Just imagine they allow Peter Obi to rule. Every one of us would have been smiling by now. Yes. So please don't stay behind and be criticizing me and my panelists. Do your part. Do your part. Anyhow, you don't have to come here to do it. You know, if you hate us here, you don't have to. But just do your part. Don't lie to yourself. I know you can lie to the people, but don't lie to yourself. Do your part. Okay, you know, any platform you see that talking about Nigeria, join the platform, speak truth to power, or just go on the comment section. Anywhere you see the post anything to do with Nigeria, speak truth to power through your comments. You're already doing your part. Anyway, you know that people are advocating for the betterment of Nigeria or how Nigeria can be better, share their videos, like their videos. Just do your part. Stop complaining that we are not doing it how you want us to do it. Thank you very much, my people. Every one of you that called him and an origin. Thank you very much, Mr. F.A., Mr. Ben, Mr. Shimizi, and many others that called in. God bless every one of you. I appreciate you all. And people write on the comment section, Mother for Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy, for all you do. Madam Iris Finance, thank you very much. Madam, I appreciate you always. Thank you. Peggy Modi, Frank Ono, Stella Masavendo. Oga Chris is just coming in. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Tomorrow will be another heated platform where we're going to be having a discussion attached to whatever we're going to be discussing tomorrow. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. I was even happy, you know, I'm happy so I'm not switched to that I do want today. When I see Honorable earlier on, as a network, your fee, I just say thank God. Oh, now so for drag, you know, but don't worry, at least once in a while, there's not a problem. If we do it 3 times a week, but my people, the day I go close for 1 hour, I go happy. But me myself, my presentation as Mother Luke talker the other day. He said your presentation is low, more than 1 hour. You didn't talk say you are close close 1 hour. It's not easy, my people. It's not easy.
Share equally now.
Naija, you see your people, you see all the politicians now, they not come. Like I said, they not like to hear national issue. Now only waiting to benefit them. They won't hear.
And that's selfishness. That's selfishness because at the moment now, there's every possibility after this Edo election, some of the people you're seeing right now, you're not going to see them anymore. Now we were there, so now we stay there. We happens now. A lot of people joined us during the time of Peter Obi for president, Peter Obi 2023 presidential elections. Today they're not here anymore. For me, I'm not bothered. As long as the platform is there, they use it at that time to air their voices and all that. But they are listening. That's one thing you must know. They are listening. So maybe when another election comes in, you see all of them, they will come back again. But for me, I don't mind. Not everybody that can have the energy to do what we are doing here. You know, so that's why I appreciate everybody, letting everybody know that it's a collective effort. If we're not encouraging ourselves, maybe for that day, everybody will do it at our house. You know, we'll do live today, tomorrow. Your post video, I beg, I don't fit. You will say, I beg, I don't fit. We'll forget about it, but let's continue talking. They are listening to us. You know, top people are listening to us that give me feedback on this platform almost every day. Almost every day. They give us feedback. You guys had a wonderful show yesterday. I listened to this woman. I listened to this man. That was a wonderful submission. I get that. But the reason why I don't come here to talk about it, I don't want to create a problem within ourselves. I don't want anybody to think that, oh, they are giving feedback to only one particular person. What about me and all that? That's why, you know, so I try to carry everybody along equally. You know, I'm not a perfect person, but I'm just trying my best. So yes, I appreciate you all, my people. Let's continue again tomorrow from where we stop. I appreciate you. I'll see you guys by 6 p.m. by special grace of God tomorrow, so that we can continue to talk about the things that's affecting you and I. Guys, please help us to press on the like button before you leave. And for those of you joining us for the first time, all we're doing here, calling out our government to do the right thing. As you and I know, we can't lie to ourselves. Nigeria is not working. I'm sorry, it's not working. Thank you, my people. And yeah, now we draw the curtain. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and bye for now.
No more bad government in Nigeria. Like that what? The only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Niger what, yo? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. For the poor. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what media. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what, yo? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger what? Voice for the voiceless. Niger watch media. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. 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 Niger watch you. We have been seeing all you guys have been doing, and we recommend to everyone in Nigeria